Welcome back. Love Boat Project episode number 56. Ahoy. With me, as always, is my co host, Mike Robertson. Mike. Ahoy, Mike. How are you today?
Hi, Mike. So this
Yep.
is the fifth episode of our season.
Mm,
Um, episode five big is a big deal so far for us, right? The
I would think
first
so. Yeah.
season,
Yeah.
episode 5 was the best episode, Roxy Blue and the
Yes.
ilk.
Mm-hmm.
Last season, episode 5 had what we gave the stubby for best storyline with the kissing bandit. So, a lot to live up to here
Yeah.
for this third episode 5 that we've done. And, well,
Yeah. No. You can't. It's funny. They say a broken clock is right twice a day. Not this time. Not
not
this
three
hour.
times,
It's not.
not three
Mm-mm.
times. It's not.
Nope. That's it. This is
Yeah.
not interesting. Yes. Award winning. Maybe individually, but not as a whole.
Yeah.
Not the. It is what it is. As Mike said, we are here to talk about the Love Boat season 3, episode 5 or 6. Now, this one is a little weird because if you look on
Paramount
what is it,
Plus.
Paramount Plus, it's like episode 28 from season
Yeah.
2, but it has the air date firmly in season 3.
I would love to
So
know what happened.
I don't know what
Like,
happened there.
because that there's two, I think, that we've dealt with so far this
Yeah.
season that were like that.
Yep.
And yeah, there's no rhyme or reason. It's not even, this
Well,
wouldn't
they have the
matter
correct.
probably.
I
It's
could
not
see
like
if
a
they had the
sequence thing where
wrong.
they shot it, right? Like
No,
it's not one of
no.
those, right? It's clearly like the fifth episode of the year, but yeah, it's all the way
It's
in the
listed at
back.
the
It's
end of
very
season
confusing.
2, but it's October 13th.
Yeah.
But the date is after. Yeah, I don't know what.
Yeah. Come on, Paramount
So
Plus.
so depending on what your what you call it, could be 5, could be 6, depending on how you count the two
Right.
parter.
Just go by the IMDb list, and then
IMDb
just
list, you can't
just
go
know
wrong.
that when Mike says the episodes, he adds the two parters too.
Yeah,
I don't, but we
yeah,
give you both.
we give you
So
both.
we're trying to help you out here. So
Yeah. Uh, Name of this episode is Gopher's Greatest Hits: The Vacation and One Rose a Day. Wonderful. Uh, Original air date on this masterpiece was October 13th, 1979. Again, at that comfortable 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. time slot.
can I say I am
Y-
very
yes, please.
excited? I have
Mm.
been excited since our last episode because
But
I am
Donna
so
Michi?
excited to see. No, not for this Lobos episode. It stunk. I was
Not
very
that.
excited. I
Mhm.
have been very excited to find out what has replaced Big Seamus, Little Seamus in the CBS lineup.
I'm glad that glad you asked me. I was going to lead with that. In the What Else Is On CBS movie, 8 p.m. to 10. So no show.
Okay.
And this is a movie from 1976. The movie's called Lifeguard. Uh, I'll give you the plot first. I'm trying to think of what would be funnier, the plot or the actors. I think the plot would be funny first. This is a character study of an aging lifeguard at a critical turning point in his life. 2 hours, aging lifeguard, critical turning point in his life.
Aging like when I was a lifeguard, I was in high school. So aging like 18
Like
or aging
22.
like
Yeah.
Vagoda. Like is it?
Well, starring Sam Elliott. I assume he's the aging, but in 76, he wasn't even. Ann Archer,
Okay.
Parker Stevenson, who was probably the young
Wow.
hotshot lifeguard,
Yeah.
and Kathleen Quinlan.
Wow, that's a hell of a cast, actually.
Hell of a cast.
I kind of want to watch The Lifeguard. Now, interesting. So as we said, there's no way CBS had a real plan. So they clearly had to go to the bullpen here with a movie I've never heard of in my entire life.
They must have a pile of movies just
right
behind glass.
Breaking
if
case
emergency,
of Seamus.
if little Seamus doesn't, if Seamus and Seamus isn't a hit, break glass. Put on Lifeguard. I want to know what's on next week now. What are they going to do?
Right.
Every week movie?
Well, it's funny. I've been trying to get a little ahead on next week's episode, but I have not done what's on because I didn't want to spoil for this week,
Yeah,
so
I
I don't know yet. But do you think lifeguard is in some way boat competition?
I mean, they're just like, well, they're both water related.
Sure.
Who knows? Something. Trying to take that. They're trying to get you so compelled in the 8 to 9 p.m. hour on CBS that you go, you know what? Sorry, Meryl.
What was
I'm sucked
on?
into lifeguard.
I should know this. Wasn't
What's that?
wasn't I feel bad for the 8 o'clock shows on CBS that got caught in the Big Seamus, Little Seamus crossfire.
Wasn't that Jefferson's? What doing that last year? Wasn't that
No, it's
Jefferson? Carol
bad
Burnett's show
news.
was on there
It's
originally, and then they moved. That
Bad
was the.
News
Yeah,
Bears,
yeah, 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 yeah.
and there's something before it, but I can't remember. It was like nothing of note. I don't
No,
think so.
nothing permanent.
No, maybe it's just a week off for them. The Bad News Bears will not be seen in its regularly
Oh,
scheduled times.
they had that
Yes.
cool little. Oh, it was awesome. It was usually like
Instead,
a Peanuts cartoon or like an Incredible Hulk movie or something
Sam
cool.
Elliott tries to
Sam
out
Elliott.
lifeguard Parker Stevenson.
Well, I just like that the first two words are character study. Like if you're looking for action, don't look over
Go
here.
somewhere
This is
else.
a character study.
This is not Baywatch, the original.
No, there's no running. You just study the
I
character of
really,
Sam
I
Elliott,
really,
lifeguard.
I really want to watch that now.
I mean,
I
how
really
can it
do.
be bad? On NBC at 9 p.m., BJ and the Bear episode called Kane's Cruiser. Oh boy. Sheriff Kane, okay, makes sense, decides that the best way to pay for his expensive new police cruiser is to arrest BJ and fine him for transporting illegal aliens through the county.
Oh my! Ripped from
Star.
today's headlines.
Ripped from the headlines. Starring the lovely and talented Erin Gray.
Wow.
She'll be on the boat.
Oh, I mean, she's got
lock.
2 shots to be on the boat, so I would say absolutely.
I would even think Rick Stratton's dad, whoever that is, would be on the boat as
Oh,
well.
you know what? He is going to be on playing like a villain to go against type, like a
good.
dashing villain.
He hates dads and kids. And,
Oh yeah,
and money.
he pushes a toy train off the boat.
He derails tiny trains. Aaron Gray, Vernon Weddle, and Ed Lauder as Sheriff Kane. Here's my question, Mike. What happens to Bear
Lobo?
when BJ gets arrested?
That's a good. Well, he probably comically gets put in the clink, right? Like there's a scene where he's like
or with a cup.
Yeah.
You know, why is it? It is another week and another episode of BJ and the Bear where they don't even mention BJ's simian partner Bear. It doesn't make any sense. They never even talk about it. It never comes up. Like it's never even like I'm going bananas. Like there's no puns.
Meanwhile, we're on the second sheriff. Where's Lobo?
I don't know what's going on. Yeah, I don't know who. Sheriff Kane? Okay.
Oh, hell.
Yeah, he's going to be, don't worry about how I make my money. ABC, so the lead-in tonight for The Love Boat, 8:30 p.m. to 9 p.m. Detective School.
Yeah.
Let's go. Did not get any info on that one.
I think when I did the Detective School breakout last week, it was like every episode is like, the teacher takes his class to a bank where the bank gets robbed.
It's like hijinks ensue. Yeah, it's not very. And again, from 10 to 11, the lead-in from The Love Boat is Heart to Heart. Again, no sign of Fantasy Island. I don't know.
So they must have moved it. I don't think it'll be next week, but maybe in a couple weeks. The next thin episode that I host, we will get into the ratings for 79, 80.
I did look at them.
Yeah.
There was just more in this episode than I anticipated.
Yeah. I like to keep it for when it's a very obvious,
it's interesting.
The way we're going, there'll be ample opportunity.
Yeah, we'll be good. Yeah, they'll be fine. Well, tons of time.
Yeah.
Episode synopsis. Again, this is lifted from IMDb. Julie recruits Gopher to replace a lounge performer, but
Strong arms.
will people take him seriously? Sisters Joan and Olivia are joined by Joan's stuffy husband Byron, who I take issue with the word stuffy and Byron.
I am going to be very interested to hear your Byron takes. So,
Widow Janet gets a surprise from her florist Henry. Okay.
I mean, that's
Okay.
not except the Julie convinced. Julie convinced is a generous term, but so
Let me ask you before we get into deep with the actual characters and story. Is this another episode, in your opinion, where we have another old with a good with an award worthy
the
performance? Season of the
season of
Olds.
the olds
Yeah.
continues. Yeah, I
Yeah, I
think
agree, right?
this is a wonderful. Before we get too far, this is a wonderful. Harken back to last season early on, where it was a one storyline basically episode,
Yeah.
and then this season of the olds, um, the Don Amici plot line didn't feel like it even belonged in the Love Boat. Like it was like, oh,
No.
here's a really good movie that we're just going to drop into this garbage episode of television.
It could have been a delightful short story on its own.
Yes, yeah, this
And
is like
then
something that's like from the authors of Reader's
right.
Digest.
Make this like a
So it's
30-minute,
anthology
telenovela,
show.
just
Yeah,
real quick. Yeah, it didn't.
like if there had been a big bucket of coffee in the back, it could have been a
Sure.
Folgers commercial. Like it
Oh,
was,
without a doubt. Without a doubt. Uh yeah, Season of the Olds continues. It's really
yeah,
amazing.
it's dominant. It's a dominant season.
I think it's a winning formula. I think it helps people to tune in because you have familiar people there, but you have people that people recognize and know and are comfortable with, but these people are nailing it.
I
This
think
is
it's
not a
fine. I don't think
yeah.
it should be exclusionary of then other good plots, which it does seem to
Oh, I
be.
know. They're just
So
leaning into it.
it's
They're
like
like, okay,
what
olds,
they got rid of all their under
everything
50
else.
people writers. Like
No
we
more
even have we even
undercar.
had a kid except for poor Billy
Well,
last week.
yeah, the stuttering kid.
Right, but like we haven't had any kids yet.
No,
Not a season of the youngs, it's the
not
season of the
season of the
olds.
youngs or season of the
A middle.
strong musical performances. To be honest
Yeah,
with you,
that's true. Yeah,
uh,
by this
hmm,
time last year, we had slow sex and
yes,
the fifth dimension.
yes,
So
poolside performances. Nothing. We got
nothing.
nothing. Last
Yeah,
season we had a poolside, some sort of like people powered horse racing.
that's true.
We get nothing. We get nothing.
No.
Another Mexican fiesta is what we get. Guest stars this week we have Don Amici as
Amici.
Henry Dobson. We will see him on the boat 3 more times. Season 4, season
Really?
6, season 7. Yeah.
Oh, I figured he was done. Like I'm Don Amici, but
And it's funny now when I look at these guest stars, that's the first thing I'm looking at.
yeah,
Are we going to see him again? Yes, no. And I was pleasantly
yeah.
surprised because I want to see what else they give him.
Because that's got to be season 6, season 7's got to be right before, maybe right after Trading Places, but like it's not like he needs
It's
to
right
do
around
that
there.
at that
No,
point, So I mentioned this
just
last week. I talked to my mom this morning to get a little more clarification. I grew up. Don Amici is from Philadelphia, as am I. Grew up with the weird just assumption from my grandfather and such that we were related to him somehow.
right.
My mom did not have great ancestry.com information, some sort of South Philly cousin, which a lot of people in South
You
Philly
know
are
how
all
that
related to
goes.
somebody. Yeah, so
Sure.
I don't want the Amici family estate coming after me. I don't know if it's 100% true, but my guess is if you go a few branches, the Amici family hits my mom's side of the family. So
Well, you know what that means.
is that I
That
am on
means
the
that
love boat.
no, that means that you are related to a Heisman Trophy winner, Mr. Alan Amici. Hello.
Oh,
Scored the game-winning touchdown in the greatest game ever played.
how
I
about
believe it was
that?
Colts Giants.
Yeah.
Yeah. Won an Oscar for Best Supporting Actor in Cocoon.
Yep.
What a great movie that was, by the way. What
What a great cast. I mean, that is a talk about season of the old.
I think everyone was perfect who they picked.
Are we gonna
Like I
get
don't.
Brimley on this boat?
Ooh,
Oh,
I say no. I say no.
I think you're probably right, but didn't he do a television show like in the mid '80s? Is there a shot that he has to come promote a TV show or something like that?
No, I don't
Uh,
know. I think
I think you're
they might
probably right,
mistake
but
him for a. They might mistake him for a walrus. And they're like, "Get out of here, you walrus, sir."
I will tell you right now because we have Don Knotts next week,
Oh,
and that is
who
as
are you
excited as
telling?
I've
I'm
been
excited.
for anything. I would be equally excited for a Brimley appearance, and
Absolutely.
this is always where we get nervous because when you're that excited, that puts you right in the Norman Fellow Award
Yeah.
category. So
Disappointment Avenue. Yep. Every time Norman fell. And you brought up, of course, Trading Places. It's funny, a movie like Trading Places, a movie like Cocoon are so in your people of our ages sort of library of movies that they've probably enjoyed. So if you haven't seen these movies, if there's younger people, God only knows why a younger person would listen to this. But if you are listening to this, check out Cocoon. That's a fun, fun, fun,
and Trading
fun watch.
Places, as someone who worked at 30th Street Station for a few years, a lot of great scenes in Philadelphia, all around early to mid '80s Philadelphia. Um, just great
This is
movie.
a great film.
Yep.
Joanna Cassidy as Joan Horner. Joan Horner, who I call deceitful Joan Horner. Um, well, first of all, we'll see her again in season 5.
Is that like little Jack Horner?
Yeah,
But
deceitful Joan Horner. She's the worst person ever. Terrible.
now
And then she's like,
she
"What
was.
me? What me?
Yeah, I'm not.
Come
I'm not.
on,
I'm not.
what?
Yeah, I'm very much looking forward to your take
What
on
a
that
piece of
storyline.
garbage."
That autobiographical Byron role you had, but
Oh,
Joan Joan Cassidy. While I feel like I knew her from more things, I actually only know her from being the mom in Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's Dead,
mm,
which also stars uh, your stubby nominee from last season, the kid who could cry on demand. so,
oh, that's right. Yeah,
so
he was a good crier.
yeah. So
Um,
there's two. We just need Christina Applegate.
well, it's funny you said you knew her from, and I was going to say, well, she is from Camden, New Jersey, and raised in
Oh
Haddonfield.
man, this
Oh,
this episode is bringing it
this is
back.
the local episode. This is
Yeah,
keeping it local.
taking the Paco to the hell.
This is great. This is great. Patty Davis as Cindy. First of all, we'll see her again in season number 9. Daughter of Ronald, Nancy Reagan changed her name to her mother's maiden name to have a quote independent career. And this appearance was her final TV appearance, and she played Cindy.
So this is our second Reagan child.
Mm-hmm.
If you remember the lady in the beginning of the Halloween episode that wasn't jumping off the boat, but Gopher or Billy the Liar said she was.
Billy the Liar. I forgot.
So A, do we get Ron Reagan to finish it off? And
Comedian?
B,
You mean Ron? Oh, you did say Ron Reagan. The
Ron,
comedian,
not
right?
Brian Reagan, no. And then this obviously like the governor of California. So I got to think the
Gavin
spellings
Newsom?
were big. No, sorry, the former governor of California. Got to think the spellings might have been big donors to get all these Reagan kids on.
Oh,
So,
good call. Well, it's funny. This was her final appearance too. This was it for her.
well, in another
Boom.
year, her
That would be president. She's got time
yeah,
for that.
yeah. I'm gonna miss all my Jimmy Carter's this and Jimmy Carter's that jokes. So,
Kind of throw those away.
yeah.
Jeez. Conrad Janis is Byron Horner. This is his only appearance. I couldn't figure out where. I was like, God, I know this guy.
Oh, you didn't know where he was from?
But then the Mork and Mindy. Then I was like,
Yeah.
oh, played Mindy's dad, Frederick McConnell, in 53 episodes of Mork and Mindy. Put in some work. Tons of TV film appearances.
I think
He looks
he's
like
the
just one of those
only
guys.
one. I think he was the only person to survive ish when they brought Jonathan Winters in. Because before Jonathan Winters, they had to like wipe out most of the cast or whatever.
It was, yeah, I didn't enjoy
Yeah.
when they did that. It was
No,
unnecessary.
though that was
You
just
already had,
basically to make Robin Williams happy, I think. So,
but you
but
already had Robin Williams. You didn't need another like goofy.
that show didn't have a long shelf life because he was going to
Well,
leave
no.
anyway. So,
Well, the show should have been called Mork and Mindy and Cocaine. Is basically what it should have been
oh,
called.
oh,
So,
oh, oh,
you
oh.
know, I know a guy.
So he's never
Uh,
going to be on, but we're going to get Pam Dauber at some point, right? I mean,
isn't she
I got to
married to?
think
I think
so.
she was married to Parker Stevenson too. That just
But
feels like
Kirstie
they might
Alley
be
was
on together.
married to Parker
Oh
Stevenson.
yeah, never mind. She was married
Yeah.
to somebody. Pam
We're
Dauber,
all
somebody
married to
on
somebody,
TV.
Mike. So,
Well, that's true. Andrew Massett as Roger. I don't know why this guy got a
who the hell is Roger?
Roger. The guy
Oh,
that
the
she
guy from
ran
the
into.
conga line?
Yes. This is his only appearance. He played Larry Welch on Days of Our Lives. 304 episodes of Days of Our Lives.
Wow.
Uh, he has been a guest star on a show every year since 1968. Still going.
Wow. Still?
Still.
Oh, so we could get this whole crew back together for conga line too.
Boy, it'd be the slowest conga line ever. I don't think Roger's moving like he used to move. J.P. Morgan as Olivia Brinkley. I'll explain. This is her only appearance. She got the name J.P. after the banker J.P. Morgan. You know
Well, I mean,
that.
yeah. What?
You know how that nickname happens all the time.
Hey,
Really?
yeah. EF.
Name.
My kid EF Hutton.
Yeah. No. Like. What do you? Mortimer Sneed. Like I don't know. What are we doing here? Like. Name a famous banker. Like I just okay. Interesting. She was a regular panelist on the Gong Show, where she achieved notoriety for flashing her boobs while on live camera during a Gene Gene the Dancing Machine performance.
Wow.
NBC banned her after the incident.
Chuck Barris, of course, another Philadelphian. This is a very
We're
Philadelphia show.
we're on 2
Why?
Street right now, recording live.
Hey, so I got my swag.
Oh, I like that.
So,
That's a good one.
yep. Shout out Hog Island.
Oh, that's a good one. Oh, I like that one. Martha Scott, who again I do think this was the Martha Scott episode in my book. She was
Oh my God, she was great.
Fantastic.
She's
perfect.
she was everything, and I couldn't think of anybody specifically, but there have been bad olds.
Yes.
You know what?
Yes.
She would have been a great Mark Harmon's mom in the first episode of this
Better
season.
than that other lady.
Yeah,
That other lady
better than
didn't-
Eleanor
that-
Parker.
It was too big of a story for her.
Yeah,
Or it just didn't work for her or something.
she would have been the great as the blind lady that the husband left in the hallway. Like all the old roles that weren't good, she would have nailed.
They could
She
have
was
made him better.
so good.
Yeah, I agree. The timing, the facial expression, like
The
she was just
the subtlety without being too ridiculous.
She was great. She was
Yeah.
believable.
Yeah,
Even like
yeah.
upset when she walks in the room after Gopher like shows her to her room.
Yeah.
When she's upset because she's and I was just like, yeah, no, she was amazing. She was.
Yeah, we
amazing.
didn't get like damn. We didn't get
No.
or something.
We
Yeah.
didn't get this. No.
No.
Unfortunately, this is her only appearance on the boat.
No.
Famous mom though, she had a recurring role in the Bob Newhart show as Bob Newhart's mom.
Oh, how about that?
Also played the mother of Colonel Steve Austin on both the $6 Million Man and the Bionic Woman. Although $6 Million Man doesn't sound that expensive anymore, really.
I also don't remember a lot of scenes with the mom in that
No,
show. I guess as a kid you don't gravitate to those scenes.
No,
so.
no, but it was a character study. She was the mom of. They did have something cool when they had a brief crossover where there was a bionic dog and he was a German Shepherd, but some kind of trauma happened and he was scared of fire, and he would just go bonkers when he saw not like Cujo like attack
like
people,
Frankenstein,
like run, fire bad, and that was a crossover. That was a big one for me. I would always hope they made like a
whole series of animals.
Here's the bionic chipmunk.
He's afraid of nuts.
We could just keep going. Animal A, alligator. Arf, arf.
I see. Hey, if you're listening to this on the 9-hour car ride.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, unfortunately, it's her only appearance, but yeah, Martha Scott was absolutely amazing in this
Yeah.
episode.
And I mean, we've had so many great olds performances. We've had so many great duo performances. Like, it's just like
Strong.
these guys were so good together that I went back to see if maybe they had made a couple movies together in the past, or if they were actually married in real life. Like, it was
Right.
that kind of level of
They're
good.
just pros.
So,
Is that
yeah.
basically the end?
I mean,
Amazing.
and the fact that Amici's coming back makes it even more impressive that he's just knocking
him.
this stuff out. He's just doing good work.
That is an iconic mustache that Don Amici has too.
I'm glad it was there too, because I know how annoyed you get.
I mean, come on, bring the gimmick. Like, don't, you know. Anything to cover before we get on the boat here?
No, I think it is very straightforward
Very
in what it
straightforward.
is. So,
Yeah. Right, let's get on the boat. So passengers are arriving, and we see Isaac handing something to another crew member outside of the gift shop. We hear a woman yell, "Isaac, Isaac!" Isaac says, Mrs. Brinkley, and they hug. And for some reason, Steubing comes out of the gift shop. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing? An appearance? Are you signing pictures? What are you? Why are you in the gift shop?
Maybe Stephanie's working. Maybe they're just checking
some more pearls. You want anything gets
Yeah.
stolen, or is that the shortcut to the room where he fake like he drives the boat? Is that part of the tour? All the tours end up at the gift shop.
He's still hiding from Phyllis Diller.
Oh,
So, or he's got more cash stashed in different
Stashed
things.
weird. What are you doing? I'm not buying booze bottles to put not in my liquor cabinet. That's what I'm not doing. Oh, she's being shady. Steubing walks up and says hello and asks her if her sister will be joining her. Mrs. Brinkley says the dynamic duo lives. Notice no hug for Steubing. Hug for Isaac, no hug for Steubing, for keeping score.
And this woman is any port in a storm, we find out.
Any, so. Right, exactly. This is a metaphor. Mrs. Brinkley asks if she'll be in the same room. Before Isaac can explain, biggity boom, here comes Olivia Brinkley's sister. Except that she brought her husband Byron with her. Joan explains that they'll still have fun with her husband on the cruise, and Olivia says they'll lock him in the closet. They both laugh for an uncomfortably long time at this. And now Steubing and Isaac are also laughing at this, like they can
from
hear
afar,
it.
From very far.
A long
like
ways
they
away.
should not be able to hear what's happening.
No, but there's too much going on. There's people get on the boat and they have like super focused, raccoon hearing where they can hear everything. So I don't even know if a raccoon can hear that well, but
I have a couple questions with this.
Please.
Olivia is her name. I keep forgetting. Okay, Olivia. Yes. Olivia is confused when Isaac kind of says he's about to say it's not the same setup. Oh, don't you know? Right. And then we find out that Joan brought Byron.
Right.
But like, you guys didn't coordinate this. You didn't be like, oh, by the way, my sucky husband is coming to ruin our trip.
Well, yeah. Well, especially because what the trips were. Right? Captain and Meryl and Isaac were talking and saying how these women have been coming on. This is the 6th year in a row, and these married women just go. Basically, said they just go buck wild when they're on this ship. So number one, if that's the standard of behavior, you can't just bring your husband. Although it didn't say how long they've been married.
Well, it also didn't say how the captain of the boat knows of the intricacies of this trip. Also, we just celebrated your 5th anniversary, Meryl. What did you get like a whisper down the lane on that first trip?
You got to wonder if he's given both these ladies a tour. You know what I mean? Hello. You
want to see he's probably got the big book of shipwrecks. Yeah.
It all leads to that stupid book.
But it's one thing. It's one thing to know the names, I guess. It's like you see the manifest, like, oh, these guys are back. And maybe they have a thing where it's like 6th cruise or something like that. But like you're picking these guys out from sight. Come on, man. You've had all these people on your
There's
boat.
no way. There's
Come
no
on.
way. It's yeah. I thought it was kind of unless they were just that buck wild. I mean,
Well,
there's
that's true.
always
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. I have a picture in your office because you're not allowed in
Yeah, because you're
international waters.
good lord. Uh, da, 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 da. Yeah. So Stubing tells Isaac they've been coming on this ship for 6 years and raising hell. I was looking for the Steve Austin like glass drop right there, but I couldn't find it in time. Enter Janet Latham. She's talking to Gopher when she sees her florist. Well, the florist is in the lobby. I'm kind of shortening what happened here. It's Mr. Dobson. He delivered roses to her. He's on the cruise as well. Janet says that maybe they'll run into each other, and what a small world it is.
And then she just leaves.
And she's gone. Just poof. Wow, where did you? Like, you can go talk. You can go say, yeah, she, poof.
Hang in line together. Hey, you want to grab a drink later? No, just it's like running into somebody at college that you went to high school with, but you didn't really know in high school. It's like there's really not that much to talk about.
No.
So
Hey, what have you been up to for the
yeah,
last like
Janet
three?
Latham's just like pulling the plug on this early. She's just like, I got to go.
Well, I almost got the impression it was like I'm not going to talk to my florist. Like
Yeah.
I'm Janet frickin' Latham. Like
Yeah,
why
I
would
did
I?
wonder if we were going to have a little bit of that upstairs, downstairs.
That's what I thought was going to happen, but
We've had that so much that I'm glad that they didn't do that.
yeah, me too. Me too. That would have been disappointing. This is a much better story than her.
The
him
third,
trying to win
the
her over.
or the fifth retelling of the
Yeah.
John Mills
Yeah,
episode. Yeah,
we don't need that. Julie is handed a letter from some woman in a blue jacket. I don't know who
some
this woman
drive by delivery.
Weird.
Like, how does she even know to give it to Julie? She doesn't introduce herself. She just like hands it to Julie.
Silently hands it to her like it's some sort of ransom note. I don't know what was, and she's gone. And it's weird when Julie opened it. She thought it was from Jack Chanot because she immediately was like reading it, trying to hide it. Oh gosh.
That's true. The last letter she got was a lot different than that.
It was a lot different. I was waiting to hear Jack Chanot's voice in the background.
Dear Julie, Donnie Darko has
Dude.
the mumps.
I've had second thoughts. Maybe I don't. Yeah, Danny Dinslow. Julie opens it. Here comes Doc trying to see what's reading. She's trying to hide in case it's from Jack Chanot. Julie says Danny Dinslow has the mumps. And this is the singer booked for this cruise. And I was like, this is pretty short notice. Like, you wouldn't. Wait a minute. Like, you have the time to sell the telegram. Why don't you pick up a phone?
It's 1979. Like, I get there's no cell phones, but like we're coming up on the age where I used a phone at some level. Like, I mean, between this and the sisters not communicating, the Byron showing up, like, reach out and touch somebody, guys. Let's go. Come on.
Was the world just full of surprises back then? You never knew if anyone was going to show up. You didn't know if someone was sick. There's no communication. Like, there's like, maybe I'll send my aunt a telegraph to tell her I can't make it there for the holidays.
And is this fallout? Is this fallout from when that jazz trio dropped out and Donnie Darko?
Donnie Darko.
What the hell?
Danny Dinslow.
No, not Danny Dinslow.
Michael
what the hell?
Winslow?
Deacon
Dark. Yeah.
When Deacon Dark got booked, it's like, I think Julie better be careful or people are just going to drop out on her at the last minute.
She's not doing a great job this season.
So there's a couple line readings early. There's a couple line readings early where she sounds like she had like 6 packs of Marlboros before. Yeah. So in the second half of the episode, it gets back to quote unquote normal Julie, but Doc even comments it on at the end of the scene.
Do you remember what he said? He said she used to be such a sweet girl.
So,
and I was
get us to that, and I'll have a point about that. So yeah.
So she's opening. Here comes Doc. Julie says Danny Dinslow has the mumps. Singer booked for the cruise. Short notice, 15 minutes. That was about it. But then he said something about
Well,
I can't remember what he says.
yeah,
Yeah.
he says something, and she's like, you know, what I like about you, not that much, or
Oh
something
yeah,
like
not
that, and
that much. Yeah,
she walks
she
away,
wasn't
and
saying
he's
that in his
yeah.
cabin last season. Shoot.
So I will be willing to give this show. They have earned it a little bit with continuity. The streak continued this week.
Yeah, yeah.
Is this potentially Julie is a different person because of the Chenault stuff? And some of this edge that's on her is actually legitimate character stuff, or am I just trying to make it fit better than it actually is?
Look, we've said from the beginning of the show that Julie's like the heart of the show, right? That's sort of what we said,
Yeah, not anymore.
and it's hard to accept the fact.
Yeah.
I don't think it's storyline. She sounded so terrible.
Yeah, she sounded like Harvey Firestein at one point.
She really did sound bad. So
Give
whatever.
it
She
credit that
must.
they didn't ADR it, I guess. Now, I also think this might be a little more true. I do wonder if they're moving her over a little bit to make Vicky's entrance. You can't have two
No, you're right.
sweetie pie, like females. So,
No, you're absolutely
but
right. That's a
it's
good
it's
point. That's a
just
good.
it's not. I'm not going to do this all season. I'm not going to harp on it or whatever. But it's just
No,
like it is.
this turn, man.
I miss season one, Julie. I
Yeah,
really do.
she's not like
Yeah, she ain't. I don't think she's coming back.
she's just off. It's just
Yeah.
off a little. And again,
So
it's not. I don't. If this was like the third episode we've ever seen of this, not if we didn't watch them in order, I don't think you would have ever noticed.
no, of course not.
But the fact that we're in knee deep in this project, we've watched a lot of hours. It's painfully obvious to me seeing and hearing. But maybe well, God, if you can see it here, I can only imagine what it was like. That's the stuff that
Yeah,
made the air.
yeah, I know. And
Imagine
again,
her
I
rolling in
don't.
like a big old bag of crap in the morning, just get me on this
Well,
show.
because there's also going to be at some point you got to assume there's going to be those versions of when she's just really not in the episode, or they do like the old Suzanne Summers on the phone bit or something
Yeah,
like that, right?
yeah.
Like if it gets really bad, I don't know, and maybe it doesn't, and maybe this is just us.
If they had to fire her from the show, I would imagine that
At some point, it's not great. Yeah.
because that's a
So,
contract thing, and back then they didn't like to switch out
but that's 5 more years.
main.
But we have 5 more seasons before we get to that. So
Jesus, well, I guess we'll see.
yeah, we have like 100
We got 100
plus
We're getting a
episodes of
little ahead, but we're just
yeah.
getting ready for the. I'm pretty upset about the Julie stuff. Just saying that.
No, and
Uh,
it's just sad because it's like you're right too. If we were watching this as the third episode, you would think, oh, she's just a normal character in late 70s television, right? She's like a sassy broad,
yeah,
but that's not what
but
she
that's not what she
really
was at
was.
all.
No.
No.
So
And we are off. Stock footage, ticker tape, lots of stock footage. You
now
know what that means?
why not real ticker tape this week? That would have been good. You could have had Byron being fussy. You could have had the flower guy off in the
You could have.
corner.
I feel like they just don't. I wonder if they just. I wonder if consciously they're like, okay, if we're going to give you a porthole, we're not going to give you the real. But we have seen episodes where they do
We
both.
have seen it. Yeah, I wonder what
So
the choice is.
maybe it's time. I don't know. It seems like it would be easy enough.
Yeah, just
This
shoot
isn't a
both.
long filming process. uh, Janice, or I'm sorry, Julie's asking Isaac to help her find a replacement singer for the cruise, and Isaac's sort of laughing it off and kind of singing. Zero help.
Yeah.
We see Gopher showing Janet Latham to her cabin. She wasn't sure what to do because she normally doesn't travel alone. Gopher tells her to mix and mingle, and that's what it looks like. She already has an admirer as he looks at her boxed rose in her hand. She explains that her husband would have a single white rose sent to her. The roses keep coming 3 years after he passed away. Gopher's like, what a sweet story. It is a sweet story.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So let me ask you. Was Henry Dobson sending the roses from the very beginning?
I mean, he says no, but
I mean,
so you would assume, especially in, like, the olden days, right? Like, so Dick Latham has to go into the florist shop at least to set up this arrangement at the
Yeah,
beginning, right? So maybe
right.
they have a relationship or whatever.
Or he bought her
Maybe
one rose at
maybe
once.
Dick Latham is an asshole.
Maybe he's like a Lothario.
Yeah, maybe Dick Latham died of lead poisoning, if you know what I mean. So,
Yeah. Well, maybe that's why I thought the Henry Dobson. I'm like, wow, there's a possibility. Number one, if he's on this cruise that she's on, that there's a little stalker level.
oh,
Not
there's
anything
not a
crazy.
little stalker level. Like it worked out okay, but there's absolutely a version where this goes sideways quick.
That's why I'm
Yeah.
saying I think he was the one sending him. And poor Dick Latham's like, who are these damn roses coming from?
Oh,
My whole
do you
living
think
room's
he
full of these
killed Dick
stupid
Latham?
roses.
Oh, do you think he killed Dick Latham, chopped him up, and put him
No,
in his garden,
I
and a
think he
little
did
bit of
kill
Dick
him.
Latham is in every one of these flowers?
Oh, oh, that's funny. Or Dick Latham's like horribly
Oh,
allergic to
allergic.
white roses.
It's like Hannah Rocks the Cradle when they take all the asthma inhaler
That's
medicine
it.
out. Like it's just like
That's it.
he
He's just
died.
screwed.
He
Hmm.
died of a. It was like when that creep put all those roses in what's her name's room last year, and we thought that she might
Oh,
die. Like it's the
yeah.
same thing. Yeah.
Well, he's got his medicine, but he was out of Pall Malls.
This is
He
just
just couldn't breathe.
this is just Pez.
It's just what is this? And then Henry Dobson's ha ha ha, you son of a bitch. Telling you, it's a little weird, but all right. Uh, yeah, I said maybe that rose is a little too much. I was like, that wound would never heal if you kept doing that.
Yeah,
Was
it's
that really even a nice thing? Like that's
is it a
kind of
dick move? Is it a
I
dick
kind of do
move?
like, hey, don't
Also,
forget if you're
well,
dating, enjoy this flower. Like, what do you?
and like, does that mean he had to know he was dying?
Well, how much
Like,
money did he put down?
right.
I mean, how do you have any sense of
Like, if I think I'm fine and I'm going to live for another 30 years and then I die, I probably only paid up for like next week's roses.
or
It's-
unless old Dick
yeah.
Latham, you know what I mean?
Mm.
That way, he's like, well, that's the only thing that makes sense. At least that's the only like certainty he could go. Well, if I'm going to go on the 12th, right? I'm going to need ballpark.
Carry the two.
He's got an abacus, white flower abacus. I don't know. He doesn't know what to do. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's just that's why it's easier for me to think that Henry Dobson sent these roses the whole time because the logistics behind Dick Latham doing this.
I think
Uh,
where the truth is in the middle of what we think right now and what we're
yeah,
eventually told, in
yeah.
that I think it's a world where he dies, no more roses, and he immediately picks it up, which is kind of what he said, right? So old Dick Latham didn't make any arrangements. So
Not so considerate after all, is it?
yeah.
Is it, Mrs. Latham? Stop wasting your tears, Janet Latham.
Yeah. Water your flowers with something else.
What do? That's funny. You're just gonna kill the rose with your tears. We see Doc and Isaac walking together. Doc and Isaac are trying to figure out who can be the replacement singer. Doc knocks on Gopher's door with his dry cleaning. And again, I thought this was odd because there's a weird lack of chain of command here. It's weird that he would. Anyway,
I think this is a buddy picking up some dry cleaning.
fair enough.
My
I
bigger
put lost bet.
concern,
Yeah.
well, my bigger concern is we just saw Gopher dropping off Miss Latham,
Yeah.
and he's clearly going to dinner. So, and I assume the cruise has
Sprinting.
just started. So, like, do you get a shower before work and then get another shower, or did he not shower?
I almost feel like Gopher is twins. It's a twin situation. Like, wait a minute, you were just what? Yeah, it was weird to I thought they would buffer that with some other scene. It was weird. I'm like, he was just
Yeah.
all right. What is she across the street? Is Janet Latham right across
Well,
the hall?
this just
Need anything?
feeds into the theory that I think we're working on, which is Gopher lives on the boat, because
Yeah.
the Dream Girls episode where he's asleep as people are boarding, like you shouldn't need to get a shower 4 hours into your shift, if that.
You should be allowed to get a shower 4 hours into your shift. What are you doing?
Yeah.
You're wearing white linen with shorts and you're walking on an air-conditioned cruise ship.
Yeah, all you've done is
You
walk an
don't
old lady to a door.
which that's not even in his job. I don't even know why he
Well, there's no steward this week because what's his name's out with his mom's surgery.
Oh, that's right.
So
We can hear and see Gopher singing Danny Boy in the shower, which is the greatest litmus of a singer. Can you Doc and Isaac hear him and decide to walk into Gopher's cabin as they listen to him sing, and they seem impressed.
the doors are thin this week.
Doors are unlocked this week. What are you doing?
Thin and unlocked.
I take a shower now. I lock my door. Are you not going to lock your cabin?
I have a door on the shower that I lock.
Yeah. I see a door. I'm gonna lock it. No privacy. We see Joan and Byron Horner. Looks like Byron's unpacking. Joan looks like she has unpacked and is like ready to go. Like she had some crazy tight outfit on. It was just like, I mean, I guess if there's time for Gopher to get a shower, there's time for her to get dressed, apparently. But good Lord.
Yeah.
She's ready to go and head to the Acapulco Lounge. She asked Byron if they can meet up later. They just got here. This woman, when Byron asked how much later, Joan says, "I don't know. Go find something to do to amuse yourself. Go find something to amuse yourself." Like
So here's my problem with this storyline,
a-hole.
with the
Yeah.
actual framing of the storyline.
What's a caricature?
They should have had him show up unexpectedly.
It was
All the
surprise.
same issues would have existed,
Much better
but
impact.
like this doesn't make any sense because like he came on the ship, so he knows why he's coming on the ship, right?
Or did he come on the ship because he's like, I don't trust what you're doing on the ship.
Well, clearly
So I'm
that's
coming
what
to
it
see you.
is.
Yeah, of
but
course,
she
yeah.
knows that. So like
So
there
why
should
is
have
she-
been a bigger
why is-
fight
Why isn't she dressed like a Quaker? You know?
or, or make it more overt that it's like there should be a line like you're the one who forced yourself onto this cruise. You can find yourself something to do. I told you what this was going to be. Something like
Well, to your point, if that's the case, and she should have had a conversation with Olivia. How do you,
Well,
you
that
don't
I
just
totally
spring that
agree
on her?
with.
Like that's
that.
how
That
do
I
you
totally
not
agree
say
with. I mean,
anything? Especially, look, Olivia came on the boat to do what Olivia's going to do, and that's fine.
and that is
But
assault 1979 shortstops. That looks like my baseball card collection. The
Yeah,
guys that she was running through.
That's funny. That's funny. He did have a baseball card mustache.
Is
I'll
that
give him
Johnny LeMaster?
Whoa. Is that Dusty Stringer? Jeez. Joan explains that she only has one chance a year to gossip, giggle, and get caught up with her sister. Well, here, speaking of sisters, here comes Olivia arriving the cabin with a bottle of wine in her hand, with not 3 glasses, Mike, with 2 glasses.
Yeah.
It's a party for 2. Byron tells him that he's heard all about their good old days, like you said, and he plans on keeping an eye on both of them. Okay, don't have a problem with that. Don't have a problem with that, Byron. They then push Byron into a closet and lock the door. If you're keeping score at home, this is the second person so far in the project to be locked in a closet.
The first to survive.
He's still there. He's still there. And they left the room. They left the room and locked him in there. I'm like,
in
what
this
are you doing?
episode, we saw in this episode that the cabins do not lock, but yet you can lock a
Closets are
closet
secure.
like it's Fort Knox. Like
What? Yeah, from the outside.
Right.
Like, how strong of a lock do you need?
Like,
I guess
why?
you would put on the
To
inside. What do you lock on the closet for?
The only way that even makes sense is if it's like ostensibly a safe for your room and you would have a key, but there's no key. They just
It's a wooden door.
Right.
You just rip the
I mean,
door off.
when what's his name died, the door kind of bounced. Like
Yeah, it just doesn't. I don't know. It's interesting. Sisters laugh as they leave him locked in the closet, and they're leaving the cabin. They reluctantly go back, let him out of the closet, and say they don't call Byron a wet blanket because he sleeps in the rain. Whatever. These evil ladies. Or Olivia is like, she's like, look, you know who I was. You know who. You know
You know
who
I
I
was
am.
when
You
you
know who I
met
was
me.
when I met me. Yeah, exactly. But this other one is just, oh, that's a good one. This is such a perfect, yeah. We're back in Gopher's cabin. He's still in the bathroom singing. That's a long shower for a mid-shift shower.
Well, I mean, don't you have to
Jeez.
go to dinner? Like,
How clean do you have to be to eat? Like you didn't do anything.
how
Like,
filthy did you get? Like, oh, you know what it is? He's probably
huh?
got a monkey somewhere.
Oh, well, we know how that is. That's just safety right there. That's what that is. This time Doc brought Julie back so she could hear to Gopher sing. Julie seems amazing, or seems, I'm sorry, amazed at Gopher's voice. I was not amazed, but I'm not a cruise director. So what do I know? What do I know?
Desperate times.
Gopher emerges from the bathroom to a standing ovation from Doc, Julie, and Isaac. Julie says, "You're fantastic." Uh, Asked him if he wants to sing for the passengers. Gopher says, "I'm not a performer." And she said, "Well, you sang in the crew show." There we go.
Continuity.
We're bringing the continuity back. In the Stubby award-winning music, or Stubby nominee.
Nominee.
That was a good one, that musical number. Gopher says that was different because it was his dad. It was with his dad. And I wrote, "I love continuity."
You know
New
what,
T-shirt in
Julie?
the merch shop is "I
I
love
love
continuity."
continuity.
Yeah.
You know what, Julie? If you're gonna put a lot of weight into the cruise show, why don't you
Yeah.
grab that flute? Take care of your problem yourself.
Oh, I
Like,
forgot about the flute. That would have solved all the problems.
exactly.
Oh, and now a poem by Meryl Steuben. Isaac tells Gopher that they need a singer. Gopher tells him to go get someone else, and the crew leaves. Once they
And
leave, yeah,
you don't need a singer. We have seen
they don't need a singer.
all sorts of acts. Also, it turns out you needed something for 3 minutes once.
Maybe how April Lopez in both of her performances like clocked in at a total of maybe 2 minutes for
Like,
both
you could do a
performances combined.
card trick. Like, the world will not end.
Just something.
Nobody
Does
cares.
anybody know how to juggle? I don't know.
Nobody
Have a
cares.
talent show. That's what you do. Look at
Mhm.
me. Or
But you know what? In
have a
all
sock hop.
honesty, like, because this happens, right? I
Hmm.
assume Donnie Darko calling out, like, just it's going to happen, and you
It
are a boat,
happens.
so you can't
It's
have
your
people.
boat.
I'm
You
sure
can't
the
wait.
actual backup plan
Mhm.
is the band just plays something. I'm sure somebody in the band can sing, right?
Imagine if none of them. They'd be like, no. We play all the instruments. Can you sing? Not a
Dust
lick.
uh dust the ghost of Paul Burkoff. He can sing that death song.
Oh, just that whisper. Time is short. The day is long. I'll be dead tomorrow. What? Nothing. Nothing.
You're my daughter, not my girlfriend.
Boy. Gopher grabs the end of a jump rope because we got jump rope hanging out in there. Starts doing the Danny boy thing, and he drops his towel drops. Uh-oh. He also
And
said, "Don't argue with a man in a wet towel."
when he drops that towel, which was weird. That was a very odd
I don't know what
like
that. What's the point of
piece
that?
of business, but he definitely broke the fourth wall, right? Like
Yes,
he definitely said we'll be right back or something like that. So
it
that
was just a weird.
was Fred Grandy like a sex bomb that people wanted to see?
Well, and I'm sure. Have you seen the uncut episode? Good Lord,
It's an
crazy!
extended shower
It's
scene.
a lot of Grandy. That's what it's called. The uncut one is. It's called A Lot of
A lot
Grandy.
of Grandy.
Oh. Janet Latham's having a drink as Henry Dobson approaches her, asks her if she'd like a glass of sherry. She says she doesn't like sherry. Fun fact,
No
neither
one
do I,
likes
Mike.
Sherry.
No, neither do I.
Frazier and Niles Crane like Sherry.
In
That's
this
it.
little tiny, it looks like a thimble upside down.
Nobody
So
likes Sherry.
weird.
The only people who like Sherry are people who think they need to like Sherry.
I've cooked with it, but I've never.
Yeah.
I've tried. I don't know. It's not good. Henry says they told me to mix and mingle, and Janet says they told me the same thing. She asks him to sit down. He says he's afraid he is disturbing her. This is when I thought it might be a weird working class thing.
Yeah.
She said it's nice to see a familiar face. She asked how long they've known each other. He says it's been 11 years. which she thought it was shorter. So that's why I thought, oh, this dude's been singing. I'm sorry, this guy. This is what initially got me thinking maybe he was sending the flowers. Is that she thought she knew him for 8, but it was really 3 more years. But
Even
I don't
so,
know. I don't
8
know the math.
years of sending your wife a rose every day in 1979. Like what? Yeah, what do you do? Do you pay for the month, the year? What do you
Well,
do?
if it's Henry sending him, I just assume he's sitting on a throne of extra flowers. He's just like, I got so many roses. Like a boom, 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 boom. I got at least 364 right here, so I'm good for 1 year.
Don't forget leap year. You don't want to be stuck.
And they're in varying stages of decay as you get them. Like, nothing says I love you forever like a dead white rose.
And
Oh,
does that like count the weekend? And does he have to track her down every day? Like,
that is true.
are
We
you
talking
in the
calendar
same
days?
spot for a whole year? Like,
Yeah, you can send somebody a rose every single day and they'll receive it every day, but
like,
you're only going to get 15 minutes notice if somebody has the mumps. You
can
know,
you
you're not even going to
imagine?
call.
Can
Come
you
on.
imagine if your wife is sending you a rose every day, and then you're here visiting me, and it's like you gotta drive 6 hours to go get that rose dropped off? Hell no! Like,
Oh, I think I would do that, but I would set it up where she had to pick it up every day. It's so sweet, but it's such a pain in the ass too.
you get one of those like FedEx messages that you have to go down
You
to
have to
pick it
go
up
pick it up. Yeah. Every day.
at various
Oh,
times.
oh, boy. I know who's rewriting their will immediately after this episode. Uh, boy, I don't even know where I am. That's funny. 11 years. Janet says hello to Henry and then says, now what? Henry says, well, will you have dinner with me? And she accepts and he looks shocked.
Immediately.
Yeah. Yeah, she was.
Yeah, there's no, they don't fool around with this, right? There's no like,
No,
oh, I
no.
don't know, or something. It's just like these are two olds who are gonna get it done.
I
So
mean, they're all showing up on a boat called the Love Boat, so they kind
yeah.
of know what are
Mm-hmm.
you here for?
Right.
He hands her a glass of sherry. They cheers, and after they sip it, you can tell she didn't like it. Why did she drink it?
Because she's trying to,
She's like,
meet
screw it.
meet
Let me.
people where they are, Mike.
Fair enough. They both laugh, and we go to our first commercial break. Whew. We're back, and we see Olivia, Joan, and Byron sitting poolside. Enter Steubing. How are my two favorite passengers doing? He has a lot of favorite passengers. I don't know if you've noticed. That's like his go-to line. Uh, he tells the ladies that they look ravishing. And Olivia says, I had to Google this word. I'd rather be ravished, is
Yeah.
what she said. I
Right.
couldn't tell if
That
it was
means that she wants to get
ravaged.
no, it means she wants to get wrecked.
Well, ravished. Phil, someone with intense delight in rapture,
Yeah.
ravished by a sunny afternoon, she agreed without even thinking. Is that
Well, I think she's
ravaged or is
ravished
that
by she wants to get ravished
by a
by,
dude, by handsome
yeah,
passenger,
Freddie
by
Patek.
shortstop, Dusty Stringer,
Bucky Dent. Like,
Mitchell Reeves? Yeah. Okay. The ladies order another round, and Byron says, I don't need another round. Amen, Byron. I don't need another round either. I hear you, pal.
hey, it's me, Roy Smalley, shortstop for the Twins.
Shortstop. Shortstop. I tore up my knee, but I'm on the way back. After Byron says that he doesn't need another round, Olivia says wrong, which made me, I laughed out loud when she said that. The timing was really good. Olivia points out a man who plays shortstop for the San Diego Padres. Somebody named Rick something.
No, he's definitely a Rick.
Rick Bailey. Byron asks, what's so sad about that? And Olivia says, the fact that I'm sitting here. So it begins, Mike. Olivia's normal sort of cadence on this cruise ship. Byron asks what Olivia's doing. She's married. Joan says she's just flirting. See, this is okay. So now this is where it's starting to like you can tell that Joan is not like.
Well,
This is just wrong. Like
so
I don't. Ugh.
Okay, so
Thank you.
some of it is. So there's two things at play here, right? So Byron is projecting whatever Olivia's doing to Joan.
Yes.
So his
Which
jealousy
it's not a
is being
long.
confirmed as far as he's concerned.
It's not a
The
big leap, though.
okay, but everybody's their own person. The
Fair enough.
other thing is he actually says at one point that he doesn't care much for Tom or whoever Olivia's husband is.
Yeah.
So you can't even do the move where it's like he's defending a man, right? Or he's defending some guy that he knows. Or it's like if I have um known people who dated assholes and stuff like that, or good people, and you have
Right.
certain opinions in a different way. So um but Byron came in to be jealous regardless of what was going on this boat.
Oh
So
no, yeah, yeah. It was unavoidable. Whether he showed up as a surprise, which again I think would have been a really cool way to do it, or in what he's seeing. I just
I get it.
I think he's starting to see what might be happening with his wife on this cruise ship.
Well, here's the
Uh,
problem, and
yeah,
we get a specific question for it later, but the actions are the same. It's like if you don't have enough trust in your spouse that you are going on this cruise,
yeah, 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 yeah. There's
or later on asking very specific questions, then your marriage is already sunk.
well, then I feel like you
So
already kind of. I feel like Byron already kind
exactly.
of knows. Like
Yeah.
this isn't. Joan says that she's just flirting. Byron says he doesn't understand women these days. And Joan says, just like men, women like to let it, quote, all hang out these days. You better not let it all hang out. She's a married woman. Hey, Joan, tuck it in, lady. What are you doing? And this is where this is this is party animal slash floozy Joan. Isaac brings 3 pina coladas. Joan puts them all together, combines all 3 straws, and starts drinking them all herself. That's her normal trick right there. She's like, now I'm ready to meet men when Byron's not there. Let me put away 6 pina coladas real quick.
I don't know where the crime is here, Mike. I don't know where the problem is.
uh, you know what? It can't be any fun for this guy to be on the cruise.
No, I
There's not
think
an
this
ounce
is,
of fun to be had for him.
what this is, and you'll appreciate
Mm,
this because I know you and I are cut from a similar cloth. This is
yeah.
something where you talked yourself onto this cruise out of
Oh,
spite, and now you're stuck
now you're
there,
screwed.
and you
On
can't
principle, you're screwed.
exactly.
Oh, it's the worst way.
Now
Yeah,
you're
but
just
do you
stuck on this
still
boat
feel
for 4
like,
days.
but is there so much principle that you wouldn't feel that way? Because you're like, well, now I see her, Olivia, acting like this. I'm wondering if that would just put more air in your sails
I
as
just
far as
don't.
like the
I
stamina to stay pissed off for 3 days.
I get it. I really do.
Yeah.
I do get, but I do. I'm the kind of person who can separate two people, even two sisters, from their own actions, right? So to me, if I am already thinking my wife is doing that, then am pulling a classic Love Boat move and packing my bags and flying out of beautiful Mazatlan International Airport. So I don't need to hang around for that. So I think I'm not the right person to ask, I guess. So
I'm a big group mentality guy. You know what I mean? So for me, I like to blame the actions on an entire group.
on many.
Many. It just makes it easier.
I think
Oh,
the other
funny.
interesting thing is too, and I'm not saying this because I think at least one of my sisters-in-law listens, but I actually get along very well with my
Yeah.
sisters-in-law. It's not and I know you do too. It's not one of
Yeah.
these um,
No, no,
comical
not
like,
at all.
oh, sister-in-law, blah, it's like, so I wouldn't
I
have this adversarial relationship to begin with. So
No, no, me neither. And if it was adversarial, I wouldn't certainly. I would say, I wouldn't go on the cruise. I'd be like, I don't want you to go on the cruise with Olivia.
right.
Based on, I wouldn't go. I'll go. Like, what you're gonna?
I'll go be the security guard of love. Like,
Well,
so.
again, I think it's odd that Olivia's just like, I don't care if he's here. I'm gonna do it anyway. Like that part is a little weird to me because before it was just her sister there, so it's a little bit different because they have snitches get stitches between sisters, but with this Byron guy, like, wouldn't that be enough of a deterrent to not?
Well, they frame it as though she never did anything before she
Yeah.
hooked up
Yeah, it's
with
just she was waiting for the sixth
before
to
she hooked up with Jerry Remy. But it's
Dusty
like,
Reynolds. Yeah.
but like I have for a long time, even when I was probably younger and not mature enough to have this philosophy, but I did. It's like at some level you don't know what other people's relationships are. And so
It's true.
to put your nose in there, especially when the other guy isn't even there and you don't like this other guy generally. He said that. It's like you don't know, maybe they have an
Stinks.
open marriage, or maybe this guy's the worst, or whatever. Or maybe
Yeah.
he hates American League shortstops from 1979.
He's
So
a National
like,
League guy.
yeah,
He's
exactly.
anti-DH. That's what
Right.
it is. The pitcher
So
should hit.
you don't see Tim Foley walking around that boat.
Nope. He's busy. We see Julie talking to Doc about getting Gopher to perform. Doc says to hold him hostage. And then Doc immediately gets distracted by a passenger in a red bikini, tells Julie that I'm about to have a previous engagement. Good for you.
That felt
Doc.
like one of those like, oh, we haven't let Bernie
It just
actually
does-
do anything in a while. So
he has a quota of lines throughout the.
yeah.
Julie mentions something about getting somebody to do something they don't want to do is making it seem like it's what they really want to do.
But she says it in a very like not Julie way.
Yeah, that was. Yeah, it was weird.
Yeah,
It wasn't true to the character.
No, it wasn't.
Odd.
It was just very weird. Yeah.
And even Isaac was like
Huh?
doing bartender
So-
work, putting straws in a Chambord glass. Good job, Isaac. Unless somebody orders Chambord.
Listen. Listen, he had to make like 4 what the hell was Joan drinking? He had to make like 4 of those. So in his defense, he was making a lot of tropical drinks this week.
There's probably a machine back then, right? Like a Slurpee machine.
There's not a machine to fill the straw glass.
No, there is, but they won't fit in Chambord glasses because they're so thin, the glass. Gopher's walking downstairs in the lobby and he sees a sign that says the song stylings of Burl Gopher Smith. Now, how the hell did she get this done so fast? This one hell of a gift shop, Mike.
Oh, this is not
only-
this is not the most questionable outsourcing that Julie does this week.
But this was the beginning of Kinko's Copy Center. Like,
Seriously,
I don't know how
though.
you got all this with the
That
photo.
gift shop is still using handwritten receipts, but they can pop open a print shop sign. Like
You can make a new poster in the amount of time it took. It just doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
It just doesn't make any sense at all. But okay. Gopher sees the sign. He's not really happy until a lady passenger says that singers make her feel, quote, so sexy, which is such a weird thing. She goes on to say that she can't control herself when a man sings to her. Gopher tells Julie that he has to go rehearse with the band, which was kind of funny.
that scene was shot in the way that it would have been weird if Patty Davis wasn't somebody.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
like it was very like lingering. It was very, just like this was like like if there was a crowd, there would have been like an applause or something like that. You know,
I agree. Gopher leaves and Julie thanks the lady passenger. Tells Julie she has to run and meet up with her husband. He's an accountant, and accountants make her feel, quote, so sexy.
So Julie doesn't know this person. I think maybe initially I thought she did, but she didn't because she didn't even know he was married. She was married, which means she's just canvassing ladies, asking to lie to the purser.
Is she got a porthole for this? Patty
I don't think she
Davis
got I don't think she got a porthole, though. I think she's in the credits, but I don't think she got a porthole.
All right.
I don't think.
That's a very small role.
It was a very small porthole list.
To,
I don't
like-
think she got one. Yeah. I mean,
Okay, let's hope not.
it's more than Joyce Brothers did.
Well, that's true. That's true. She got a, yeah.
I don't think Roger got one.
No, you're right. Oh, Mike, look, it's another poolside buffet on yet another windless night. Outdoor windless. Well, of course we do a buffet. There's no wind on the high seas.
Yeah, exactly. That lunch meat isn't going to go anywhere.
Yeah, you're gonna see the pickle loaf flying
Just-
across the Pacific Ocean. Ugh. I remember my mom substituted. I was a bologna sandwich guy, and she substituted pickle loaf, and didn't tell
Oh,
me. And I went to school, and I took a bite, and I was just like, no, it was olive loaf. It wasn't even pickle loaf. It was
oh,
olive loaf, and it was so. I remember, and I was like, "What? You're killing me with this! Like, you can't." And she's
first
like,
time
"Well,
I
you gotta."
had the first time I had turkey loaf, I thought it was the greatest thing I'd ever had in my entire life.
Yeah.
I don't think I would think that now, but I think it was just like, oh, this is amazing. But
Yeah.
not all loaves are created equally.
No, 100%, 100%. And it's not even like I was like Mr. Olive. I wasn't even an olive
No,
guy.
you
But I
weren't
remember,
Mr. Olive. That's
yeah.
not what they
Who's
called you.
Mr. Olive in fourth grade? Oh, I love olives.
Oh, I'm sorry. Are you the worst Clue character?
It's the worst thing ever. So I remember my mom saying to you had to finish the container of olive loaf before I was allowed to get the.
No.
And Mike, it's untradeable. Nobody wanted olive loaf in the fourth grade. And I wasn't eating it.
There's nothing worse than like 75% of something being left in the fridge, and
Oh,
you
like,
know you got to finish it. It's not like now. I'm an adult. I can throw things out if I want. I paid for some of that, like so, but
I bought
not
like
then.
a zero sugar creamer because it's always the pursuit of replacing that nectar of life with something that isn't gonna eventually kill me.
Kill you.
So,
Yeah.
and it's just the most disgusting thing, and I'm like, wow, I don't want to throw it away. Maybe my taste. Maybe I'm having an off taste bud day. Let me just hold on to it. It's just the worst.
Is it like those beers that I left in your fridge 4 years ago?
They're still here. Or these seasonal seltzers that are in my closet to this day. I can't wait to have a maple pear cider.
Oh, so autumn is coming.
Sugar free.
So
Autumn's
autumn
coming.
is coming.
It's sweater weather. Let's go.
We need to. The first show of after autumn. We need to have one. We need to have one on the show.
Okay. I will.
We can write it
FedEx
off.
one.
Then we can write it off.
Or we could I can finally get rid of them. They're taking up
you're coming.
space.
You're coming in October. Just bring them.
I should bring them.
Yeah, just bring them. Yeah. Oh, you should bring them. Actually, I am going to
really
get rid of
should bring them.
so many things. So,
Yeah, we're gonna clear house. It's like living by the shark pit. You just dump all your waste in the shark pit.
It's like the shredded event.
It is. It's great. But you can bring anything. It's great. We see Henry and Janet having some wine. He tells her that the color of the wine is night rose. He says he knows a lot about flowers, but nothing about wine.
Which was a weirdly amazing delivery of a stupid line.
Yeah.
Like it was
so much
just
confidence. Just
like
smooth.
yeah, it's just like sometimes when we bang on the writing,
yeah,
I think it's legitimate. But then you see it's like
it's
they don't always have actors like this where it's just like that.
This guy,
that could have been. You put that in the hands of like those clowns last, like Richard. As much as I like Robert Klein, Larry Dallas, and the Salt Air. Like you put these lines in their hands last week, and it's just a mess.
It's lost. So. It's lost. It's like giving a lightsaber to someone who's not a Jedi. You can't do anything with it. It's just you can't do anything. She says that Henry's in a wonderful business because he makes so many people happy. And then Henry says a line that makes me think he might be a stalker and says, "You make them happy just looking at you."
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was forward.
That's way forward.
That was forward, but again, they took it in. She was not. She clearly had thought about him more than just as the florist.
Oh yeah.
Like or she was just ready to go, one or the other. Because
I think it's a little from column A and a little from column B, to be honest.
Do you think he put something in the roses?
I just think it was a box
like a little
man.
like a little kicker,
She oh she had two boxes. Man, familiar face. Well, we got the familiar face checked off.
He already knows
You
where I
know,
live.
knows where I live.
So
You
he owns
know,
his own. He owns his own
he
business.
owns his own clearly.
He may have killed my husband.
He likely killed my husband. Um, Janet says that now she's the color of a night rose, and they cheers. I thought that was a sweet way to end
Yep.
a very awkward statement.
Yeah.
Here comes Olivia Adultery Brinkley. She joins her sister and asks where the watchdog is. Joan tells her that he's at the windless buffet. She apologizes if Byron is, quote, cramping her style. Olivia says nobody's cramping my style. She just feels bad that Joan is stuck with Byron, which again tells me that Joan was just as bad. What are the chances that Joan was worse than Olivia?
Well, I think so. You're not unjustified in that thought. I think where I was landing was Joan has bitched about Byron a lot. But as we
Maybe
find out
too much.
later, they don't talk on the phone. They write letters to each other every week. And
Like-
unless you're the greatest writer of all time, you're going to miss some context in a letter writing that would exist in a phone conversation.
Who's writing
So
letters? What is it? What is it? What is this? Cold Mountain?
they really
I
should have
hope this
established.
letter finds you well.
They should have been. They should
Come
have.
on.
It's like the Civil War.
It is.
It's like
who's
dearest.
quilling their sister? Wouldn't you rather just pick up it's not like the phone was a new invention at this
Well, right.
point.
They should have established their residences in that, Olivia lives on the coast and, Byron
Right.
lives in the most boring town in the world, and therefore
Somewhere
they
in
don't have
Kansas.
they don't
Somewhere
have
just
phones.
no
Like,
phones.
so
It's just odd to me. It's like, we only catch up once a year? Well, okay. All right.
like I understand not seeing family,
Sure.
travel, life, whatever.
Right.
But you're making the effort to communicate, but you're not communicating well. Like, so
You're just doing it to say that you're keeping in touch. It's just these.
Yeah. 1979 is not 1868. Like,
I will
you
say,
can
though,
make this happen.
I will say that growing up, not too far away from this time period, having a pen pal was a big deal.
Understood.
Like
No.
it was a different, but again, even with that, there's a certain level of communication. But I
And
can't imagine communicating with someone that I really want to talk to.
Here's the thing. Do your letters every week. That's great. That's quaint. It's easy. It's your
Great.
thoughts of the day. You probably a little stationary with from the mind of deceitful Joan.
Deceitful Joan
Warner.
says the following. Yeah.
But the week before the trip, let's pick up the horn, right? Klondike 5. Let's iron out some details.
Well, how does she not write her and go, hey, by the way,
suck ass Byron's showing up.
Yeah, lame ass Byron's gonna be here. So I want you to keep it in your pants, Olivia. Jeez. Don't
Or at
blow up
least,
my spot don't blow up my spot so I can come back solo next year.
Can we get a room a little further down the hall so when Alan Trammell comes out of your apartment, we can have plausible deniability.
When Craig Nettles is done with Olivia. Oh man. Joan says, he's not so bad if he'll just let himself go. Olivia says that if her husband let himself go, she'd help him pack. Olivia isn't happy at home, says she came on the cruise to laugh and be happy. Joan gives an unenthusiastic yeah, and Olivia walks away. It's unenthusiastic because Joan can't do crazy, adulterous Joan things on the cruise. She's totally bummed.
So you definitely think that Joan had an affair on this cruise?
Oh, 100%. I think she did I think her and Olivia, this is what they do on these cruises. And Byron just clipped her wings. Be like, hey, yeah, I'm a real stick in the mud because I won't let you have sex with people on a cruise while we're married. Oh, I'm like the priest. I'm so strict. Unbelievable, man. Joan just, I really, Julie walks up to Doc and Isaac. She says, I can't get the band to tell me the song that Gopher's going to sing. And she said, when she asks, the band looks at her and laughs. And Doc tells Julie that's not encouraging. And Julie tries to convince herself that there's nothing to worry about. Just as Julie says this, here comes Steubing. He just noticed that Gopher's the performer this evening. And I wrote, boy, nothing gets past Steubing. What, did he miss the giant sign in the lobby?
Steubing with one of his 2 or 3 soliloquies this week where he clearly like read 2 pages ahead in the script and then came up with something to say.
Just something. I don't have anything. Oh, here you go. Flip, 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 flip. He says, I only hope our passengers concur with your artistic judgments. Nobody knows more about the arts than old ballet Merrill. Don't forget.
Yeah, well, okay. For every ballet, there are ventriloquists who are fighting with each other.
That's a good point.
It's just like these acts are not. I mean, the Great Briar almost died in a pool. It's just some of these acts are not.
Well, when Vincent Price turned that pool into a hot fudge sundae, he was the first one eating that thing. So he's such a little. Let's settle down with your artistic judgments.
I wonder why didn't Steubing just strong arm somebody from the crowd to sing like he did when April Lopez didn't show up?
And I wrote here, this is not what a captain would do.
No,
the captain would go, it's not happening.
We need to make a note next time we have somebody who's been on a cruise on. We need to ask about the quote unquote entertainment, because sometimes they put such a premium on it. And it's like, I'm having dinner. I'm probably drunk as a skunk by this point.
Right. Nobody, as long as there's the band and music.
I don't care. And if anything, I want the band to be quiet where I can talk over it. And if I want to listen, fine. But like, most entertainment stinks in these settings, right? Like, so.
I agree. And the weird thing to me is when Julie's saying, well, the performer that I booked for this cruise, to me, you don't have entertainers hired by the Pacific Princess Cruise Line that just go, like, you're not scrambling to find a bass player every week. We're short a bass player for the band. No, he's an employee. He's there every week.
It does seem like it would make sense that, right? Like, because I mean, that's what April is, right? Like she goes through. Like, you would almost think it would be like if there's 40 cruises for each of these boats in the line, you'd have 10. You'd have 10 entertainers, and you just rotate them.
Well, and it's not like these people are going to go on. They're not coming back on the cruise next week where they're going to go, oh damn, it's the same.
I mean, it's the reason you can get away with the Mexican Fiesta night every week.
Well, that and the windless seas.
And what are you going to do? Have a sock hop?
I mean, worst case, I guess we could have a sock hop. I still think that doesn't even. Because you just wear socks. The sock hop, is that it?
That's your issue with a sock hop?
I just hate it. I just hate the words. It's stupid.
I went to it. Did your high school have a sophomore dance? Because ours was called the soft hop.
I went to the prom my sophomore year. I went to the prom.
All right, cool guy. Sorry.
You forgot. I had quite a string of prom dates going.
Fonzie. My apologies.
Did you go to the soft hop? Hey,
no, I guess not.
No.
Sorry, did you kick sand in my face on the way to your prom?
I would have fixed that jukebox if it didn't work, though. Oh, hey, soft hop. That's funny. Julie says she's worried, but it's too late to cancel. She says he's not going to bomb, but suggests that they give him a little insurance. This is very confusing to me. Not this part, but we're leading into some confusion here. Doc says they don't have any applause machines on board.
Hey-o.
Ooh. Julie says, tell the passengers that Gopher's their friend and to encourage him. This is what I'm saying. They should have never gotten past Steubing. If Steubing is worth his salt, he would have been like, who's performing? Gopher? No. That's it. Just pull it. We're not doing that. That's it.
Again,
give him a chance and all this.
Again, this is why there would be, like, in real life, there would be a backup plan, and it probably would be the band,
Yeah, just you
right?
already have it
Yeah,
there.
exactly. Like all you need is the guy who Julie whispers to all the time, like the main piano guy.
He knows
Like
every
he
song
can
by
sing,
whisper. Yeah,
right?
sure
And
he can.
he can sing,
Play some
So
flute. Come on, like you
yeah,
said.
I really do think it's Julie's fault. She could have grabbed the old wind. I guess I get, to be fair though, her
They
wind's been
couldn't because
her wind's been pretty bad these last few weeks, so maybe not. So
well, if we're having an outdoor buffet on a windless night, the last thing we need is wind. We can't have any woodwind instruments. You can't nothing. No
that's true.
trumpets.
Plus, in fairness, God knows what Julie's using that flute for.
Oh
these
God.
days.
Oh God. Don't touch the flute. For God's sake, don't touch the flute.
Shoot.
Oh.
It's just a plume,
It's just
of smoke.
a plume of powder. I don't know what you're just.
Oh God.
Isaac plans on giving the passengers plenty of drinks, and they might not even see him. And I wrote, why isn't this plan A? Wouldn't an
Why isn't
easier
this
plan
always plan? I'm pretty sure this is always plan A.
A? Like, just get everyone hammered.
Like
No one's gonna care.
90% of the things we think are plot holes
Yeah.
are really just Isaac's getting everybody hammered. So.
Let's go. We're poolside, and Olivia's getting a bit handsy with a male passenger. I've run out of fake baseball names at this point. Scott
Fletcher.
Oliveira. Yeah, Scott Fletcher. Scott Fletcher.
Yes.
That one sounds good. Joan and Byron are at a different table. Excuse me. Byron sees Olivia with Greg Nettles, whoever we said, Craig Shoemaker, Thompson. I don't know. Says he doesn't know her husband, but he feels bad for him now. Byron
This
says
was a good piece of acting in
Yeah.
that she is trying to talk about them, and he keeps getting distracted. And then he kind of gets pulled back into not being distracted, but then gets distracted again. Like it was just like it played very. There's a huge gap coming up here in reality, but for the most part, it played pretty real. So,
Joan says it's a beautiful evening and to stop being such a Badinsky. Have another margarita already.
you
Paraphrasing.
bald-headed clown.
Yeah, you dummy. You look like the guy that was served soup by Grover and his thumb was in your soup. Come on, Byron. They get drinks and they toast to Joan and Byron. May they live 1,000 years. And I went, that's the dumbest toast I've ever heard in my life. I say thoughtless toast. No, you're not going to live 1,000 years, dummy. That's not like, why would you waste that? That doesn't even make any sense. You're trying to win your husband over, trying to convince him that you weren't hoeing it up on this boat for 5 years. And you're going to say, may we live another 1,000? Be like, why? So you can come on this cruise for another 500 years and do this to me? Such a bullshit, man. Such a bullshit.
Oh, poor Byron. Poor Byron.
As they toast, Byron sees Rick Carmichael and Olivia smooching. Byron says she kissed him, and Joan said, "May Joan live 1,000 years, and may Byron drop dead."
Wow.
And I was like, "Damn." And then I was like, "Is this less of a deal in the late 70s? Like, are people like, because
I mean,
is it just? Was it just different time? I wonder. I don't.
I mean, I
wouldn't be
don't.
cool with that.
I mean, isn't this is pretty overt though, right? Like, unless you're in an open marriage, this is pretty overt to just be like cool with it.
Right.
So.
Byron says to Joan, "I don't know how you can condone that behavior." Amen, Byron. Joan tells him to stop worrying about Olivia and start focusing on her. And just then, a passenger with a ruffled blue tuxedo shirt walks.
Is that Rod Simpson?
Oh, he showed his ruffles arrived 10 minutes before he did. Hey, Joan, remember me? It's Roger. They met last year on the cruise. And as Roger's carrying on about the dancing, Byron's like, I'm done. But he didn't stick around long enough to hear Roger say how much fun his wife had.
Exactly.
Joan looks sour, but she's not too upset because she's back to drinking her margarita. I'm good. Nothing a little salty tequila beverage won't cure. We go to our second break.
This is a Hallmark Christmas movie level misunderstanding.
Oh yeah. Oh no, it's not. Oh, so okay. So that's one. What about the other 4 years then? Well, Roger 1, Roger 2.
You think conga is code for
Oh
so
yeah. That's
your
they have
wife
their
is a
own.
conga line.
Oh. We're back from break and we are still poolside as we await Gopher's performance. Doc says he talked to a few people. Another line from Doc here, and he can safely rule out any sniper fire. Right. Julie says it's no big deal because Gopher's performing a very simple song. Just as she says that, lights go down. It's Gopher time. Uh, he enters the outdoor stage with tuxedos with ruffles, a pink jacket, and a pompadour. Uh, he's doing Mac the Knife, but he's like he's really vamping it up. He's being a caricature of a Wayne Newton type entertainer
Yeah.
here. Stubing's doesn't look too happy. Although Gopher starts touching Stubing's head while he's singing, which made me laugh a little bit. The crew's laughing. Gopher's now up on the ledge of the pool. Stubing's now smiling a little watching him perform. Performance is over. Stubing stands up and starts clapping for him. And here's where I think it gets confusing. Stubing congratulates Julie and says that for a while there, I didn't realize that he was putting us on. Uh, Julie says he thinks that Gopher was kidding. Doc says everyone does. Isaac said maybe he was putting us on. But none of them want to ask Gopher if he is or he isn't. And I wrote, what is happening here?
So I think the theory is that he's doing some sort of alternative comedy, absurdist look at lounge singing.
Welcome David Cross to the
Yeah,
ship.
yeah, right. So,
Yeah, I don't. Okay.
so I mean, I guess that's possible. I mean, it honestly, it
Well,
seems like every act we've seen Gopher do so for 3 years, but
but what, they weren't entertained? Like, wasn't he asked to put on a show,
yeah.
right? Performing. And I just thought it was weird that anyway. All right. We see Gopher with a group of passengers. They seem to enjoy what he did. Stubing walks up, tells him that was, quote, impressive work, my boy. Still confused. Janet and Henry are dancing. Music changes to an upbeat number and they leave the floor.
To the lambada.
Yeah, they don't want those forbidden dances, too. They compliment each other on their dancing abilities. He says he invented the waltz and he gets royalties and he owns the ship. He says they laugh and they walk away together. He tells her that he feels comfortable around her and that he wasn't sure if he would. She asks why. He says he was afraid. He's never taken a risk in his life. That's why he secretly sent her flowers for the last 43 years or whatever it was. Jada says, neither have I. And that change is frightening. He says, so is staying in one place and a smooch. Classy smooch.
Yep.
Classy smooch.
A little weird if it was like an aggressive smooch. That would have been unbecoming
Or
of
if he was like,
Florist.
what's his name with the humming? Huh. Huh. You know, the robot? Robot can't go in the pool.
Gene Rayburn?
Yeah.
So.
Huh. Weird humming makeout style of Gene Ray. Huh. Joan says, I guess I owe you $3. That's one of your waltzes. I thought that was funny. She asked if he'll take a check. He asked for ID. They smooch again. She now owes him $6. We're keeping count. Doc and Julie are exiting the elevator. Doc is amazed that Gopher is now a, quote, romantic heartthrob because of his singing. Julie tells Doc about Mrs. Latham and how she received a single white rose every day they were married. Love this, and I like this story crossover here. He died 3 years ago, but made arrangements to keep the roses coming. Doc says, I have a similar arrangement with my ex-wives. I send them alimony checks every day, he said.
Hey, yo.
And I was like, did he mean every month or every day?
I mean, he's got
I wonder if
4
that was a
ex-wives,
blooper.
so
That's probably, yeah. I mean, that's,
I feel like Doc had poor legal representation, I feel like. So
that's why he's in international waters most of the time. He's trying to.
I would say there's a plus 50% chance that we meet Doc's divorce attorney at some point.
Oh God,
and that he's
great.
quote bumbling.
I hope he's like, I hope it's Harvey Korman. Just let it be, or Tim Conway would be great. Byron's in his cabin and he's pissed. He tells Joan that if he wasn't here, she'd be in some conga line with Roger. Joan says that Roger and his wife and I had fun. Remember when we used to have fun? Byron says your sister's out there having fun. Joan defends her by saying she's a very outgoing person. I guess that's one way to describe what this is. She says she likes people, especially men, but that doesn't mean she sleeps with them. Okay. So it's weird. Joan and Byron go to sleep angry in separate beds. It's odd
Yeah.
that there were separate beds in a cabin shared by spouses.
Right. And to your point, they also go to bed angry.
Yeah, you don't want to do that. Never. That's what I always say.
Never go to bed angry. But
Never.
But I'm sure they wake up angry because we didn't see any scenes in between. So
there's nothing to lead us believe that they're going to be in a better mood the next time we see
right.
them.
Exactly. And yet
They were in the very next scene. We see Joan and Byron walking back from breakfast, arm in arm, as happy as clams.
Apparently they had breakfast with Roger and his wife.
I go, is this
That
the same
seems like
Joan
a
and Byron
big
from a minute ago? Like,
that seems like a big scene that you could have put in there, right? Like to explain.
How they just have to establish it like verbally. Oh, that
right.
was a great breakfast with.
Right. Show us. Don't tell us. Show us. Yeah.
Byron says he takes back everything he said about Olivia. Just then, Dusty Springfield leaves Olivia's room with last night's ruffles on.
That guy has been ravaged.
Just this poor guy. Byron is mad all over again, saying that that's how Joan and her sister act on cruises. Joan says that whatever Olivia does has nothing to do with her. Asks her how many other conga lines have you been in, and how many cruises has she been on, and walks away. Yeah, Joan is nothing to say and looks at the ground.
Yeah.
Here comes old Faloozy Olivia. Joan talks to Olivia, tells her that Byron saw Dusty Springfield leaving her cabin. She explains that Byron feels like not John. Byron is that Joan is guilty by association. Olivia apologizes, says it's not her fault, and she shouldn't have invited him on the cruise. Yeah, you're saying that 2 days in?
Well, yeah, I mean there's your crime.
There it is. Or she would just avoid them like the plague. But she was just like game on, like whatever. Thought maybe he'd be different on the ship. Olivia says that Byron is Byron. And she also says that Joan has 5 cruises to make up for. That's where I'm saying.
Now that is where I think that's where your thought that she has been infidel. No, see, I think that's evidence that she hasn't. What I do think that is that her words to her sister have indicated a need to have things change at home or else.
Okay.
And so that's what I think that is. Now that's a huge jump,
Oh, yeah.
But I think that to me was where I thought that, okay, I don't actually think Joan did anything. So
fair enough.
I'm not a Byron. I'm not a Byron, So
I mean, why would she cheat when she's got that,
peace at home,
burning love at home?
Yeah,
look at him. Julie's walking on deck looking for Gopher. He's talking to his new fans on deck. Julie says, "I guess he knew what he was doing last night." Gopher joins the crew at the bar. Julie tells him that everybody thought he was terrific. Gopher said, "I made some mistakes in the beginning last night, but nobody noticed." Gopher says he'll talk to Julie later about adding some backup singers to really jazz up the act. Then Gopher's back to talking to his new fans. He signs a bev nap for a little kid, which made me laugh. Here you go, kid. Here's a bev nap. It's just
where are they going to get backup singers from? If they could get backup singers, they would have gotten a regular singer.
Like saying he wants Doc, Isaac, and Julie to do
the Dream Girl, Dream Girl backup singer.
We see Janet and Henry pouring coffee by a giant window. Is this a new set? I don't know where are we? What is this?
Oh, you are going to be very excited about the new set next week.
Oh, that's good to know. I have not.
Yep.
Henry's talking about the language of flowers. Yawn. Give a crap.
Okay, somebody researched flowers.
Oh,
Good job,
like,
everybody.
jeez, great. Great. Somebody pulled out the World Book this week.
Yeah.
Ugh. White Rose stands for pure love. He asks her if he's worthy and hands her daily white rose. Well, of course she's upset and she leaves, bro. You're trying to put the moves on her. You're like, oh yeah, here Dick sent you this from beyond the grave. Let's go have breakfast. Like, what do you think?
Here's the cold dead hand of your dead
No
husband
kidding.
before we fornicate. So,
Oh, jeez.
yeah, it was funny. Amichi's moves here, that move, and then
Oddball
the
move.
next move are high risk moves that I guess paid off, but probably were unnecessary. So
I don't know. Yeah, I was really shocked at that one.
yeah,
We go to our third commercial break. Wonderful.
which is
Moving
crazy,
right
by the
along.
way. This thing is flying.
Yeah, it is.
Like when we got to the fourth act and it was wrapping up, I was like, wait a minute, what happened to the third act? Like,
It
was
moves.
just,
And honestly, I'm not mad about it.
no.
So
No, I
we're
will
back.
say the person who hosts the show loves when these things move like that.
Oh yeah.
And so I felt very good for you. Because I know how awful it is when you get a choppy one. So
Or the two parters are so. We're back. We see Gopher in the lobby looking at the sign with his face on it. Julie walks up. Gopher asks her to remove the Gopher from his name. Steubing says you should label yourself as comedian Burl Smith or parodist Burl Smith.
That's what they call it, right? When someone parodies something, a parodist.
Just rolls off his tongue, Meryl. Yeah, right. It should be a parodist.
Julie's got to be like, you have nothing better to do
Nothing.
than to come down here,
looking at signs and hanging out in the gift shop,
ruin my lying plan. Like,
just Gopher gives Steubing a stone face when he says this. Like I don't understand. And Steubing says, "Well, that's what you do, isn't it?" He says, "Whatever you're doing, you're keeping the passengers in stitches. Keep up the good work."
Good job.
Makes it okay with, you know what? My gift to you is a 2-finger salute. There you go, Smith. Boom. Julie and Gopher look at each other awkwardly. Gopher adjusts his uniform, tells Julie that at least he gave all of you a good laugh. I still doesn't make, like, he didn't know he was being a goofball. That's the part I'm just like, are we not being honest here? Because if not, okay.
Gopher, see, I will say this: in watching it, if you watched it and then stopped, right?
Yeah.
Before all the commentary afterwards, it wouldn't have been out of bounds into what I expected Gopher to do.
Right.
He is a goofball.
He is, right. I thought, well, it's like when they had the hats over their heads and they had their stomachs with the
like, remember when he tried to save the sock hop and he did like a, hey, all you guys got like
it's the same thing. That's what he does
perfectly. They just decided this week that it was avant-garde that he was going for. So.
Well, it's almost like they were labeling like, oh, like, look at this dunce. You know what I mean? Like, look what he has to do to get people. But it was a very odd. We're poolside. Steubing is 2-finger saluting a lady in a bikini before he walks to the bar and approaches Byron. He's just throwing these things. And one for you, you get one, and you get one, and you get one.
Because he's fired up because he's got some sage advice.
Wisdom to share.
This is the one to grow on part for Steubing.
Maybe that's why he hangs out in the gift shop. He's just reading like advice books. He's just I can't wait. There's a dog-eared version.
There has been a character shift this season.
In
they are loading him up for Vicky, that he is going to be this wise, like, sage person who talks to cast members that he has not interacted with before or since in the episode.
He's a people whisperer, basically.
Like, there's zero reason that he should have gone over there. It's the same thing with the ballerina a couple weeks ago. This is his new thing now. Is
His
that he's
ego,
gonna have
man.
he's gonna have 30 seconds of the Jerry Springer wrap up at the end of an episode with
His
these
final
characters.
thought every
Yes.
week. I even wrote
Take
here,
care
I
of
go,
yourself and each other. Boom.
just to finish it with boom. He would have had a great podcast. You know what I mean? Like
Meryl
Stubing's Corner, and
Stubing.
he's just telling
We
you
should-
stories about
we
donuts
should,
and
that's what we should do. is
Huh.
We should do a Stubing podcast
oh god.
as Stubing.
As Stubing. Just dueling Stubings. We're not even asking questions. We're just yelling things out in Stubing's voice. 4-hour
Coming up.
episodes.
We talk about the new Big Beautiful Bill, also donuts.
Oh, 3 p.m. or 2 p.m. Huh? We'll take your calls live.
Why not both?
God, he's dead. He would be perfect. In uniform. That's what it would be called. In uniform with Meryl Stubing. I even wrote, I wonder what pearl of wisdom Meryl's about to share with Byron.
Oh, God.
Stubing says, Howie looks forward to seeing Joan and Olivia every year on the ship.
Those two fuck like nobody's business.
Like a couple of rabbits they are. You meet Bunny last week? Yeah. Tells tells Byron that he must be pretty special to give his wife the freedom to go on cruises. He's gonna play some voodoo with these guys right now.
Yeah. Like he's been watching the episode. Like he's just I'm the puppet master.
Look at you. Have you been working out, Byron? God,
That's right.
Lats.
Boy, I tell you, it's not like your sister-in-law had some man walk out of the room last night.
Stubing says, all men can be possessive. That they lose the one thing they're trying to hold on to. And he says, there's very few enlightened husbands. And pats Byron on the back.
Oh,
like,
this is
like,
his
if
second
I'm Byron,
move.
I'd be
By
like,
the
how do you know? How do you know?
right.
I'm friends with Stacy.
Yeah,
dummy.
By the way, the backup move to the two finger is he loves a slap on the back, like a tight.
He's a
like
touchy,
you know, yeah, like
yeah, I don't like that at all.
So real Navy man, real Navy man.
I feel like he's that kind of guy. Like if he shakes your hand, he's gonna like pat your hand with the other hand. You know those people that do like Mandela used to do like a 2-hand shake, and when it's like a 2-hand,
yeah.
It makes me nervous.
Well, my guess is he overcompensates his handshake because of Stubby. Like you can't dead fish in Meryl Stubing.
Imagine that's his fatal flaw. Is all he can do is dead fish. That's why Stubby's never been back on an episode. I can't even look at this son of a bitch. Can't even shake a hand. Byron walks up to Joan and Olivia as they're sitting at a table with two men. Again, two men. It's having drinks with. Yeah. And I go, 5
the
feet
double
away
play
from where Byron was standing. Oh God, that solid middle infield combo. But I mean, he's 5 feet away, and they're just gonna have. Joan tells Byron that Olivia acts the way that she does on the cruise because she's miserable at home, and keeps it locked up inside. He says, "I don't care about her. I don't care about that hoochie. I just hate that you go on these cruises, Joan." Joan asks Byron if he thinks she did what Olivia did on these cruises. It's a weird question to ask.
That's to me. This is the one where it's like him not stopping her.
Yeah.
From answering her own question. That's divorce. If you think your wife is having an affair,
yeah,
multiple years on this boat, your marriage
same day every year. Sure.
Your marriage is over.
It's done.
Like for all intents and purposes, your marriage is over. So the move for Byron,
cruises, yeah.
So Byron either should leave her, or when she says, "Do you really want to know?" and he's like, "No, I don't want to know. I trust you. I'm just all frustrated by seeing all this," or something like that. But by letting her answer, that means he thought she was having an affair.
Well, her answer was that she said she hadn't, but there were plenty of opportunities, which is a weird way to like ice a cake after you've already answered the
Well,
question.
and
I'm
then
just
just
like,
to ice the cake, then you put some sprinkles on it because it's like it would have been dangerous.
yeah, it would. Oh,
What the hell does that mean?
I don't know what. She says the fact is she's been waiting to have an affair with Byron, huh? What? Huh? What? Joan says that Byron's the only lover she needs, but he isn't always there when she needs him. Huh? Again, I'm like, what?
Yeah, could
Good
we get
have a
5 minutes about? Or could we get one line about Byron actually being busy? He just said he was busy once, but like, could we get a
what is
thing
she?
where it's like you're always working, or
What is she? She
you're
communicates with him via letter as well. Is that what it
or
is? She didn't
your
even
or
talk
you
to him.
or your
Dearest
daughter from a
Byron,
previous marriage is married to an alien?
jeez.
Like
Dearest
something.
Byron, I hope this letter finds you well. Nick, in 2 weeks, I would like to have the intercourse with you. Like it's just what? What is he? He's selling vacuums across the country. I don't know what he's.
Maybe he's working for Gopher's dad.
Oh, that's what it is. That's what it
Yeah.
is. Byron apologizes. What? And tells her that he loves her. And Joan's like, talk is cheap. She says she wants a little action. Ooh, slow down. Remember, it's Byron. It's not Roger. Okay, it's Byron here. Don't get crazy. And they smooch. More like she smooches him. Poor Byron.
Poor Byron. No,
Poor Byron.
Byron was wrong.
We're back to the big coffee window again. Janet's staring out the window. Excuse me. Henry walks up, says that whatever happened this morning, he was sorry. She says it isn't his fault. He hopes that she was feeling the same things for him. She says she does, and that's the problem. She was part of an amazing couple, and if he is saying he loves her, he's still saying that he loves her with a white rose. And I'm like, well, he's still saying it, but she's still. I'm just. Henry says that it was him sending the roses every day. Okay, and he sent them after he passed away.
Yeah, so
Out of
after he
compassion. Okay.
dies, he felt bad. Like she was already suffering, so she didn't want him to like suffer more.
Right.
But then after that, he realized that he was sending them for himself. So I guess so here's the problem. You're lying to a grieving widow in the beginning. So
that your husband is still sending you roses, but he's like, you want to go? No, he's not.
well, plus we also really do need to know how Dick died, because if he died of a long-term illness, fine. But if he died suddenly,
he was
how
choked
would
by
that
white roses. Amici killed him with vines and flower scraps.
It's Little Shop of Horrors.
Telling you, yeah, I'd love to know a cause of death. Like, let's, he just disappeared. Smells like roses. He apologizes and walks away. We hear a knock on Gopher's cabin door. It's Julie, Isaac, and Doc. Isaac tells Gopher that he can't hide in his cabin forever. Gopher says, show is over, go home. Nice. Doc says, is that any way to talk to us after we made you celebrity? Julie says that they're the only ones who knew he wasn't trying to be funny last night. Everyone else thought you were wonderfully witty. That's not true. They're not the only ones because they couldn't figure it out either. Julie says he still needs someone to perform tonight. Gopher says, no way. Julie says, just sing Danny Boy and you'll be great. Gopher says, from now on, he's only singing in the shower. We see Gopher in the shower on stage singing Danny Boy with Isaac dumping water on him from a watering can.
That is
wow.
Honest to God. Now, as far as a Love Boat, probably what I thought the Love Boat was before we started watching it. This is probably something I assumed.
Yeah.
This is ridiculous.
It's just not.
This is what you're doing. And again, I am trying to enjoy my cruise, and someone is singing Danny Boy. Even if you're not singing it in the shower, it's weird.
I don't. Very odd. Very odd. The crowd goes wild.
Yeah, of course.
And they wheel off the shower. Joan and Byron are cheering for Gopher. Byron tells her that he's going to get some drinks for them. Olivia walks up, tells Joan that she and Byron look like Romeo and Juliet. Joan says she's having her first shipboard romance. Hashtag lies. Lies. Olivia says, I get it. You're trying to throw Byron off the track. Joan says she's the lucky one. She's having an affair with her husband, where she loves to go to that well.
Yeah, she's got one. She's got one gimmick. So
awful gimmick too. Olivia thinks this is hilarious and says, truth is stranger than fiction. I was like, well, she is a bit of a bee to Byron. I mean, like she wants her sister to be single so bad.
Well, because again, I think that what does track is if they're having letter conversations every week, which means there's no real response, right? So that's just a stream of consciousness.
Right.
And then you get this 1 week, a year together or whatever. It's like, you're going to bitch about stuff.
Absolutely.
It's like a Yelp review. You're not going to put in positive comments. It's basically going to be complaints.
Exactly.
So I think I understand, right? I understand where Olivia might have a thought that maybe not that she was going to leave him, but that she's not happy. And you know how it is when you're not happy in your marriage, you assume no one can possibly be happy in their marriage.
Oh, I agree. I agree. Byron brings drinks back to the table for him and Joan. Olivia asks where her drink is. Tells Byron that he's stuck with the two of them for the rest of the cruise. Byron tells him that he knows that they are plotting to throw him in the closet again. Olivia says that they might, but this time he's taking them both in there with him. Oh, a little Randy Byron there, getting a little freaky deaky. What's going
on? What a menage of Byron.
Jeez. That's stick in the mud no more. Or he's hammered off whatever he's drinking.
He goes the complete opposite way. He's
I can
banging
both of you.
He's banging Roger in the conga line now.
He's just gone crazy.
He's insane.
Just with anybody moving. Doesn't even matter. Yeah, Byron has discovered that he is pansexual in his experience in it.
Yeah, exactly. He's chasing Gopher in the shower.
Everybody, just anything. Don't take your shirt off in front of Byron. He's a freak. Henry Dobson's sitting at the table alone. Janet walks up and hands him flowers. Says it's her turn to bring him flowers for a change. And then hands him $3 because she hopes they play a waltz. Smooch.
Yep.
Love it. Love it.
Well, it's funny because he's upset because I guess whatever flowers she bought, daffodils, I think, are kind of just like a let's be friends flower. But she's like, that's all they had in the gift shop. And I'm thinking, yeah, they were out of roses because that freak last season bought all the roses.
These flowers mean I killed my husband and I might kill you if we get too close. What? Nothing. They were out of roses. That's what I meant to say. We go to our
what
final.
if she was sending the flowers to herself the whole time
to make other people feel like somebody loved her?
Yes.
Oh, she's all about appearances. Final commercial break. All right, let's wrap this sucker up, Mike. Isaac saying goodbye to Joan and Byron as they walk down the stairs, arm in arm. Joan says that her cruise was much better than usual because Byron is there with her. Love it. Love it.
No, all right, whatever. No Olivia though. Where'd she go? Where'd she go? Why didn't she give it a goodbye?
She's with Johnny Singletary out. She's already in the van with Dusty
Greg Gagne.
Yeah, she's already out there.
I have named all real shortstops, by the way. You're picking like video game shortstops.
Yeah, I'm just picking Randy Valverde. Janet and Henry are talking about the meaning of flowers as they leave the ship. Janet makes a comment about what a florist's wife should know about flowers. Again.
Bing, 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 bing.
Boom, another strong old storyline.
That is 5. So the streak is over, but we are 5 out of 5 episodes now. Marriages or engagements. Congratulations.
That's it. Julie presents Gopher with a gift. Julie wants to thank Gopher. Oh, it's a wetsuit tuxedo for when his shower show hits Vegas.
Okay. So I know you had issues with the sign, the quickness of the sign for Gopher's act being made, which makes sense.
She just drew on this wetsuit. I'm sure there's plenty of wetsuits on board.
Oh, you think? Like, because this felt like she invented Amazon. Like, how the hell did she get this delivered so fast?
Yeah, where did it just come from? I think she just drew it on with chalk.
Is it invented?
Yeah, I don't know what.
Yeah, that was just I didn't buy that. No, I wasn't buying that.
And that wraps it up.
All right. Totals and a recap. Currently, best episode is episode 1. Worst episode is episode 2. I think this falls into the category that we've had the last few episodes, which is this at least had one good storyline. And so the fact that episode 2 had no good storylines is the only reason we're not
sunk it. Yeah, I agree.
But those other 2 storylines were pretty bad.
2's gonna be tough to beat, though. I really do. Like, you have to just have a level of
nothing
garbage.
I think we almost have to have one of those like aggressively bad ones where it's like
coming.
the red buttons thing or the pizza bet thing. Like it has to be one of those. Because I didn't hate any of. I feel like you hated the Byron stuff a little bit more than I did. But like I didn't hate any of this. But it certainly wasn't like.
Well, keep in mind,
it was confusing. Some of it.
Keep in mind, Red Buttons is coming back soon.
So he's not gonna come back as Uncle Cyrus, right?
I don't know. I mean, good. I'm back, Julie. Now, and this time I have a voice box. It would just be,
I will say I think I have a lot more confidence in worst episode being dethroned than I do best.
100%.
The further we get away from episode 1, the better that thing was, and I will be curious to see how it goes. So
I can't argue with that.
I will also be curious to see if, and this is not my favorite way of doing it, but I will almost be wondering if the 2-parters are going to become the best episodes. Like, are they saving all their good stuff for the 2-parters?
Well, I think it's tough. It's because you have more opportunity to excel.
Yeah.
Or you have more opportunity to really fall on your face, too.
Yeah.
So I think it's...
Well, we got one coming up in a few episodes, believe it or not, already.
We'll see what happens.
We have a pretty good streak here where it's like next week it's Don Knotts, and a couple weeks after that it's Vicky. Then there's a 2-parter that involves the Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders. We got a lot going. We got a lot going on.
Got a lot going.
So, Captain of the Week.
You know, it's hard for me not to give co-captains out to Martha Scott, Don Amici. I thought they were both amazing. If I had to give it to one of those, then I think I would probably give it to Martha Scott.
Yeah.
I thought she was just amazing. You know, just strong.
Yeah, those 2 were great. And it was almost immediately. Like, it was just that thing where I was like, wow, this just feels too good. Absolutely. For the Love Boat. Like I'm not comparing or deciding yet if they were better than Lauren Green and Mrs. Roper. I'm not.
That's tough.
But those guys are TV actors doing really good TV actor stuff. Whereas this felt different, right? And it was just, it really didn't feel like it was part of the Love Boat. But the Season of the Olds is
strong. I
don't know
crazy. How we're gonna. I feel like it's almost unfair because we're gonna end up
shorting a lot of good people. Yeah,
right. Like, it's stacked.
Well, yeah. I mean, we are basically 20% of the season now,
and that's
which is crazy. But
Olds are dominating the nominations.
I don't know that I could even fill out ballots for some of the other categories.
No, no, not yet.
Worst of the week,
Joan freaking Horner.
little Joan Horner.
You know, I hate it when people are like, look, there's nothing for you to worry about. Come on and see. Look, see. Oh, that? Yeah, that's nothing. Don't worry about that. She's terrible. I just have this thing like, once a cheater, always a cheater. So to me, I feel like Joan's trying to cover her tracks. Maybe it didn't happen every time, but I think it definitely happened at least one time. They were staying in the same room together. They were hosting men like it was crazy in there. It was like they wrote the Village Bicycle on their door. You know, like they were just going crazy in that room. If they were different rooms, then I'd go, but I can't separate the behavior. If Olivia's going to have a guy staying over, where's Joan going to go? It's the same room. She's going to have, you know, Dusty Springfield's best friend, Andrew McCutcheon, over, and they're going to, you know, it's just going to be.
This is a mess. The smirching of the highest order. I am going with Julie McCoy.
Really?
I feel like
Wow.
You need to be more prepared for a last minute call out. You should not be tricking your friend
100%.
into things to that level. And
Well,
then
sight unseen too. Sight
yeah,
unseen. Like, this is your job.
and then really didn't apologize
No,
for
she
it
didn't.
either.
Nope.
Plus, I mean,
Just
this isn't really part of it, but I just didn't love the early part of Julie in this episode in terms of sounding like
no.
she smoked all Dick Latham cigarettes. So it
Jesus.
was,
All of them.
but yeah, I don't like doing it, but yeah, I'm gonna give it to the old Jules there. So
Wow.
just
Wow.
prepare a little better. That's all. Just have a backup plan.
No, I get it, but I
Poor
think if
planning
there's
leads to
something.
piss poor performance. So
But again, if this was her only performance in this way, I don't think you'd put her on that list. But there's just been things, you know what I mean? Like with
well, it's
Julie, that
also
sort of led us to
weirdly.
this.
Also, it's funny for what I don't think is a particularly good episode. It was weirdly hard for me because I don't fall into the same boat you do with Joan. And so, but I
Fair enough.
also am not giving it to Byron because I do understand where he's coming from.
Yeah, yeah.
So it was hard.
That makes
There
sense.
weren't a lot of bad in these, episodes.
No, I agree.
And that's totals and a recap for this week.
Plugs. Hitting season Patreon, absolutely hammered. Whether you're cheering from the stands or tuning in from home, this is the podcast you need. So grab your bat, your cap, and your Phillies pride, your first place Phillies pride. Crack open a beer and enjoy a weekly Phillies happy hour with Chris Jones, Justin Clue, and our very own Mike Robertson. Check out Absolutely Hammered on the Hitting Season Patreon.
We just did an episode that was almost as long as one of our Love Boat episodes, so you can listen.
Sorry
to
that happened to you. Jeez.
Yeah, that was well. That's why we didn't record this episode that night because that would have been a long night. So.
17 hours.
Yeah, it's a lot
of talking very different subjects.
Yes.
Although I didn't expect to be talking shortstops in this episode, but
that's true.
Funny.
I think I talked more shortstops in this episode than that episode. So.
It's funny. You can find us everywhere you find your audio podcasts: iTunes, Spotify, YouTube, iHeartRadio, Podcast Addict, Amazon Music, Podchaser, Player FM, Pocket Cast, Deezer, and my new favorite this week, Listen Notes. Please hit that subscribe button and leave a review. It really goes a long way. You can also check out our video podcast on YouTube. You can find us on Instagram and Facebook. Look for weekly reels and updates. No email this week.
Shout out, though. I do want to say shout out to those of you listening on Spotify. I found a few comments under the specific episodes for a few of our recent episodes, which I really appreciate. We love hearing all the comments, even if they're bad, but generally they're not. But really do like any feedback is good feedback. We do appreciate everyone's commenting on things.
Absolutely. You can email us if you like at the loveboatproject@gmail.com. Next episode, Mike, I did a little look-see ahead.
I have watched next week's episode.
Okay.
To get ahead. I don't ever do that, but we're on a bit of a schedule. So
fair enough.
And let me just give it a little plug here. We got Don Knotts.
Yeah.
The Catwoman.
The original Catwoman, by the way.
Yep. And Cruise Ship Confessional.
Now, let me
ask you. Does that mean? Who knows?
This looked like it was an Isaac storyline. It's a strong Isaac storyline.
It's a crew. It's a crew storyline.
Okay.
It's a crew storyline. And a new set. So there's a lot. There's a lot for next week. And plus, will we break the Three's Company curse?
We'll see. Interesting. Lots to look forward to.
Yeah.
All right. Well, episode number 56 of this Love Boat project. We just keep going. What do we say? 200 and 500 and what
I mean, it's 263 on the IMDb, but some of those are two-parters, so call it 240, 250, something like that. We got a lot to go.
Technically, we're a fifth of the way there, roughly.
That sounds fair.
All right. Fair enough.
That sounds fair.
All right. Well, until next time, I guess we'll talk to you next time.
Oh, you didn't do your fancy sign-off?
No, I didn't feel good. It didn't feel organic.
It didn't feel right.
I'm reading it. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, it was great to...
You should just read whatever Stubing's one to grow on is for the week.
Oh,
You
that's a
should
good
just do
one.
that every week. Hey, ladies and gentlemen,
Hey,
you
ladies
know,
and
an
gentlemen.
enlightened husband is.
Yeah, can I get a 2-shot? Can I get a 2-shot? All right. We've kept you long enough. Until next time, thanks for listening. Goodbye.